now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Sunni and Mo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Don on the beat. Hey, I got so many ups. Everywhere I go, I got so many ups. So many ups. I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
That's my favorite part.
What up? Shimon. What's going on, guys?
Only Mo.
Mo is back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm dressed like Michael. There's a reason why I'm dressed like Michael. Look at that.
I'm back.
I love Michael.
Dressed like Michael.
I love Michael. Okay, let me just tell you, I had to pay tribute to the King of Pop because it is rumored that our guest tonight is related to the Jackson family.
Easy to know.
Yes. So you guys, as you come in, let me tell you something. This show is about to be fire. We need you to hit the like button. We need you to hit the share button. We need you to be in these comments to keep this algorithm moving in our favor, because it's going to be a good show tonight. It's always a good show. Like, when is it? Hello. Wait, did you guys see this? Hello. I didn't just come. Yeah. Listen, that's a costume. That's a costume you won't see me doing is Beyonce.
Yeah.
I know.
Dissing Beyonce like that?
Well, no, I'm dissing myself because I don't think I could pull it off. You know what I mean?
You don't think so? I mean, you got the blonde hair. You might give yourself.
But she ain't this blonde. I mean, I guess I could. I can't even see these comments. Hold on. I can't even see.
I can't even see these comments.
Oh, Big Booty Judy. She came in. Can you please?
Oh, Judy.
Can we please hit the
Judy, Big Booty Judy. What? Big Judy, Big Booty Judy. Big Booty, Big Judy, Big Booty Judy. Stop. I wanna see you move it. Yeah. Big Booty Judy. Big Booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's Big Booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's Big Booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's Big Booty Judy.
Big Booty Judy. We love you. Bro. We love Big Booty Judy and her booty.
White people trying to twerk. I like it.
I love it too. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, drop in the comments box where you guys are watching from, the platform, the state. We'd love to see where you guys are from. And we're gonna have a really good show for you tonight. So we're just doing a little warm-up talk here before we bring our guest. He's waiting in the green room. We're gonna tell you a little bit about him. We're gonna show you a video. But we have a lot to cover today. Okay. Like this interview is going to be just an intro to this person, because I didn't even know who he was when he messaged me and said he had a testimony to share. So we're going to let him come in and share his testimony, but there's a lot of other stuff that is in his background that we want to address. Some of it being the Jackson, being related to the Jackson family. There is rumors that his mother is Whitney Houston. So apparently Jermaine and Whitney, I think it was like around the time. What was that song? He's all I got. He's all I've got. What's that song? Sing it, Sunni. Sing it.
I don't know that song, girl.
He's all the man that I need. Apparently.
Listen, I am 32. I know I have an old soul and everybody likes me, especially older folks. I don't know that song.
Let me put my shady glasses.
I don't know that song.
Let me put my shady glasses on. Yeah. Okay. So if you guys are old enough like me, if you're old as dirt like I am, then you know what song I'm talking about. Apparently, there was like a Jermaine Jackson lookalike in that video, and she wrote this song about him because they were having this love affair and they could not be together because Jermaine was married to I believe it was the daughter of
this is spicy.
Berry Gordy's daughter, or Motown Records, something like that. Okay. They were having an affair, and that's all I know. Okay. I know that I'm supposed to know it all because I'm the nosy Latina, but I don't know it all. That's all I know. So we'll let our guest confirm or deny that story. But I did do a poll on my Instagram to ask if you guys thought he could possibly be the son of Jermaine Jackson. And it was pretty interesting. Let me just go to my poll here. It was pretty interesting, the responses that I got. I believe at the time when I looked at it, half of you guys said, hell to the no, and half of you guys said there is no doubt he is related to Jermaine Jackson. My phone's tripping, so I can't give you the actual result, but that's what it was. Okay, we've lost Suni for a second. Anyways, where's she at? She's there. She's spinning. Hey.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. We switched sides. How cool is that? So yeah, we're gonna get that clarified. Also, man, this guy, let me just tell you, the history with this guy, no pun intended, Michael Jackson history, is a smooth criminal, no pun intended. Okay, there's lots of stuff that we found, and he's gonna address it because he said to us he would talk about it. He would
free reign.
He would give us free reign. He would answer all questions, and Suni and I always come with the questions.
The questions
all the time.
Hey, look, I prep for every show, guys. I'm thorough. All right, every single show.
Mm-hmm.
I got questions, but we're also gonna have fun. That's why people come on this show, because we're fair. We do fair reporting. We do fair questioning. I'm not gonna softball anybody. Everybody knows how I come to every single show. So I'm actually excited to get this started to speak to him. I don't do introductions. Yeah. I would rather him introduce himself.
That's right. And you know what? I do want to say this, okay? Although we are a tough interview, we are known for being a tough interview. We are also fair. Unlike Fox News, if you guys watched our show on Wednesday.
Go back and watch that.
We give both sides an opportunity to speak, okay? So there's a lot of information out there. We have also gathered some information, but we're not here to just spew out, our thoughts and our theories and whatever the media is telling you. We want to give this gentleman an opportunity to also speak for himself. So that's what we do around here. Okay. With that being said, we have to always cover ourselves. Us having a guest on a show does not mean that we co-sign anything they say or do or promote. We are just having them as a guest on the show. So please, keep in mind, this is just an interview. This is not an endorsement. This is just an interview because we like to bring you good interviews,
Yeah. Before we get started, we have to do some shameless plugging. Please go back and watch the episode we did. It was last week. I mean, actually it was Wednesday, right? Because it was Thursday for me. Wednesday, go back and watch the show. It's posted everywhere. It's under the live tab on our YouTube. Please make sure you are copying the merch. If you want to go get some merch, all you have to do is go to our website here, titmmerch.myshopify.com. Sign up for our email subscription list, and we will get you 10% off your next purchase.
And here's Chad to make his appearance because he loves to just come and sit right in front of the camera.
He does.
Anyways, let me show you a music video. You just want to get comfortable, Kat, or what? Because seriously, let me show you a music video from Maga Jackson, Andre Vance, aka Maga Jackson. This cat. He did a song called Trump Dance. Now, he did a song solo called Trump Dance, and he also did a collab with Loza Alexander as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play that collab song. You guys may have seen it on TikTok because they were doing the hashtag Trump Dance Challenge on TikTok. So let's just take a look at this right now. Why? Okay, there we go. I always have issues.
Technical difficulties with Mo.
It's always a problem.
I can't wait till we get engineers and they can do it for you. You don't have to worry about it.
All right, here we go.
Talk, man. Yeah.
Oh.
Me and Maga Jackson killing it now, man. I told y'all this was easy, man. Let me see you get sturdy. Whoa. Let me see you get Trump.
Are we arguing?
Midterms, we taking it over. Trump dance better break your shoulders. We making it.
I got you.
taking it straight to the top. Ain't no way we gonna flop. Let me see you do the Trump dance. Let me see you do the Trump. Let me see you do the Trump dance. Yeah. Let me see you do the Trump. Let me see you do the Trump dance. Hey. Let me see you do the Trump. Let me see you do the Trump dance. Hey. Let me see you do the Trump. I'm breaking my shoulder, I'm making it drop. We killing the rallies, we making it pop. If you rockin' blue, then boy, you a op. We making a wave, they like it a lot. Victory crowd, we killing them guys. They better get ready, we taking their spot. Pelosi is over, you know I'm the coldest. I'm back for your throat, ain't no way I can.
All right. Let me just stop this. I need an engineer. Hello, if anybody wants to be our engineer, apply at somewhere in the middle at gmail.com.
I got you. I'll be the engineer for the show. I got you.
Thank you.
We're going to bring our guest up, right?
Yes, we're going to bring him up. So without further ado,
welcome to the stream, Maga Jackson.
Maga Jackson.
AKA.
How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very well. Very well.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Welcome to the
thanks
show.
for having me.
You're brave. You know that?
Very.
Okay. As long as you know what you're in for, I'm pretty sure you've done your homework.
Yeah, I did my homework. I did them. I got my boots on right now.
Okay. All right. I'm excited for this interview.
I told Suni that when you and I were texting that you said I'm scared of Suni, and I said you should be scared.
Yeah, Suni's different.
Suni's different. We're both different. We're both different in our own way. Suni's got her style. I got my style. They call me Mopra out in the streets, okay, when it comes to interviewing, because I am a very comfortable person to interview with. I try to make our guests feel at ease. So, you know, that's just my style, and Suni's got her style. So anyways. Yeah. Okay, so why don't you tell the folks how you came to reaching out to me, and also tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I seen an episode with you guys recently had with my brother Loza. I just want to first and foremost say that my prayers go out to Loza. I hope God heals his leukemia, cancer, and he keeps on fighting hard. You know, that's my brother. I love him, and you know, I seen that. I was inspired by it because I know Loza, like he's my brother, man. And from there, like I go by the name of Maga Jackson. My real name is Andre Van. I make political music. Well, I did make political music. I just recently retired from it, you know, to take some space off and, you know, just really get right with myself towards the interview. But, you know, before I was a political artist, you know, made music for the Republican Party, for the MAGA movement, as so to say, and, you know, just fighting hard, advocating the right way.
So were you a fan of this show when you reached out to me, or how did you find us?
I've seen a couple of you guys' shows before. I wanted to reach out before, but I felt like, you know, I'm a type of person where a lot of people are very political, so I didn't want to feel like I was stepping on anybody's toes with reaching out with you guys. But I definitely had the chance to see you guys. I knew Suni more, like, but I started to see you also and everything.
How'd you know Suni?
Trust me, I did my research. I've seen Suni a few shows. She's something else. She's the peacemaker, but she's funny though.
Suni's the peacemaker? Man, you didn't do good research.
A little bit.
You didn't do good research.
She's the peace troublemaker.
No, man. Suni's the one that lights the match and throws it in the room and walks out. Okay, that's Suni. I'm the one with the hose trying to put it out. Like,
no, I'm a person of integrity. I believe in integrity. I believe in the truth, and people watch me for that reason. I understand my responsibility. I'm not here to be anybody's friend. I'm here to talk about politics. How does it relate to conservatism? How we're going forward? How do we change culture? So I'm glad. I'm actually, sometimes it's annoying that I have the reputation I do, but actually I like it because more people actually legitimately respect coming on the show. Don't feed me bullshit.
Yep, for sure. So you said you had a testimony to share. Do you want to tell us what your testimony is?
I mean, I would say it would take forever to explain the whole testimony, but I mean, for everybody that knows right now, I'm on 25 years probation fighting for my life, right now, especially like I was incarcerated for 4 years and 2 months for the charge of scheme to defraud. I wasn't knowledgeable enough to know what a LLC and self proprietorship was. So, kind of the news misconstrued the situation as saying that it was a scheme and I was scamming people and putting, false companies out there. But I really didn't know. I was just really the musician, and I had a manager that didn't really teach me how to become a businessman. So every time I did my music or we had any type of meetings, I would always just be there. You make the music, I deal with the contracts, and I deal with everything else. And me, I wanted to step away and be my own identity. So when I did that, I didn't create an LLC in Florida. I mean, you don't create any type of LLC in Florida, then they consider that a scheme to defraud is a charge. It's not a civil suit. And that's how they were able to put out a warrant on me to give me the time. And from there, I didn't want the media and different things because it was the truth. Like I was telling people I had a company and I really didn't. My intentions were pure. I had great ideas, genius ideas, but at the same time, I didn't have an LLC.
Okay. When you say you had genius ideas, what were those genius ideas?
I mean, putting together shows. I had one, I won't mention their names, but I had two Latino girls. They were twins, right? And it was kind of like a Zach and Cody. I wanted to bring
Garcia
it over.
twins?
Oh, wow, that's cool. Whoa, you do your research.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Of course I do my
whoa.
research. You thought I
Yeah,
was
so
playing? You were scared of
yeah,
Sudi?
yeah. Whoa, that's crazy. Whoa, that's serious. I'm in for it today. But yeah, so
Uh-huh.
anyways, them and I wanted them to be like the Zach and Cody of Telemundo, because I was doing things with Telemundo, Univision, Olga Tañón, and a few merengue singers and stuff like that. I met Jerry Rivera, and I was very big in the Latin community, so it was something different for me because the approach was different. But I was trying to pitch the idea to different investors to actually come on board and try to create this show, and they really didn't quite understand. Like when you have a significant other behind you that feels that, which I cannot zero not speak on the I guess the victim, you would say, because that would get me in trouble. But the thing about it is that she didn't quite understand my route of what I was trying to do, and she thought I was just trying to consistently receive funds when it takes money to make money. And even though I was younger at the time, I should have went about it. We both, my honest opinion, I feel like we both were wrong because we should have brought a lawyer to the table, and I should have been more involved to speak to her and tell her exactly receipt, exactly what I was doing with the revenue, but I didn't get a chance to do so. So she felt in her mind like, and she seen my history from the past where she was like, it scared her. She seen mugshots. So she said, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to try to file a police report. And she took it further by contacting the news to get involved, and they put out their dispute.
Right. So I'm going to read a little bit about the story that
Hmm.
is in the news,
Yeah.
just so people understand. So it says here that um, the charges originated from 2012, according to a Kissimmee police report. The victim, an Oklahoma woman, met you, who identified yourself as Geppetto Jackson. So we did find quite a few aliases that you go by. I think Geppetto Jackson was one of them. Andre, obviously, Maga Jackson, King Aki. What was the other one, Suni? Passion, Precious. I don't know.
Yeah, I never went by that. I don't know what they're talking about with that. Only thing,
Okay.
the one that you just named,
It's like passion
those,
something.
yeah, that's
Passion.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
and
it says,
Quran Muhammad. I found that
oh
one
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Because
No,
you are Muslim. That's the other thing.
yeah,
You are Muslim faith. Okay. So Van told the woman he was recruiting models for a television show for the Walt Disney Company called the Garcia Twins. The woman flew to Florida and met Van several times. Police said Van asked the woman for money. He told her that he would need an immediate investment. The victim stated that she thought this was a legitimate opportunity and would be good to advance her career in modeling and acting. They started on that the same day, in August 17, 2012. She sent you $1,500 via MoneyGram. Through the next few weeks, you repeatedly asked her for money for production costs such as clothing, makeup, and camera equipment. And he repeatedly you repeatedly told her that the money she invested would be refunded by Disney, and she would receive an additional sum, according to the police report. So
absolutely. not.
So is that an accurate reporting?
No, that's not accurate. The only thing that was accurate is that she kept on sending residuals. She was helping. She invested. Like she
Mhm.
did. Like I can't deny that. Like she did. But as far as the residuals coming from that, like first of all, you got to think about it. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Disney need any funding?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, if I were listen, I don't know about anybody else, but you ask me for $100 and I'm Googling you. Like,
Exactly.
like you ain't gotta ask me, shoot, I might do it for 25. Like I'm that suspicious now, after everything I've seen. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like, I think it's odd that somebody would fall for something like that. Um, did you give her any paperwork, like showing her?
We
So you
to
were
be honest with you,
legitimately working on the show, right? But you're saying
yeah,
you didn't claim it was for
I was
Disney.
legitimately putting together like the Garcia twins. They were huge, man. In Kissimmee, like they were taking pictures everywhere in Walmart. They're still big to this day. Like the format of how to market them and different things, they still take that route. Like they learned a lot from me in a
Mhm,
very positive manner. It's just I was inexperienced in certain things, like just knowing what business was. But at the same time, it was like, she felt like, okay, what is my sole position? And she had a lot of people back in her hometown that was influencing her. They'd be like, you know what, this just seems skeptical. Like, why do you have to invest all this money to create a show? So when you got somebody tapping on you on the shoulder, and then when you find a past mugshot from previous, you're like, whoa, like, wait a minute, who is this guy? You know what I mean? He's already been locked in. You already get suspicious because you're looking like, man, he got a mugshot. Like, what's up? What's up with this guy right here? So from
right.
there, like I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop anything that was coming from me. And second or more, I could have got the case to be where I didn't go to prison at all. But I thought somebody had when it came down to the end of it, and this is what I go to. Like when it came to my sentencing, it's not like I went to trial. I didn't go to trial. I trusted my lawyer. My lawyer said, "Listen, we'll go to the state and we'll tell them that you'll give a significant amount of money," because it was the fact that I felt like I didn't need to owe her any money because she didn't invest. But I was like, you know what? Let's see what the amount. I just agreed for the wrong amount, and I told them $20,000. So on the day of sentencing, I was supposed to bring $20,000 to the sentencing, and only brought $9,000. So the
Mhm,
judge told me, he said, "Listen, Mr. Van, like, if when you go to the studio, how much do you charge people to go to the studio?" And I was like, I gave him a number. He was like, "So if I came to the studio and I came with half, what are you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna give you half of the work." He said, "Well, I'm gonna give you half of the work today." And he gave me half of the work. He gave me 4 years and 2 months in prison. You know what I mean? He
mm,
could have gave, and he gave me 25 out. He gave me half because I didn't keep my word to bring the 20, which I thought because somebody was gonna help me on that day to bring me the 20,000 because I was suffering. I was out on
mhm.
bond. I was out on bond. I was going through all of the allegations of if I'm him, if I'm not. Just everything was on my shoulders, and I wasn't bringing in the income that I was in the past. So when I
Mhm.
got there, that's what I was sentenced for. I wasn't sentenced for trial. I never went to trial.
So, what about, I mean, because like as we were doing our research, we found
Hmm.
um a lot of mugshots, right? And let me
Hmm.
just take a step back for a second. So the reason why typically Suni and I don't talk to like musicians just to talk to musicians, but like just like with Loza, who has been accused of being a grifter, right? And
Hmm.
grifting people for money. We wanted to bring him on and obviously give him the opportunity to give his side of the story. Unfortunately, after that interview is when he was diagnosed with the cancer and everything took a different turn.
Yeah.
Um, what was interesting about you is you have this whole MAGA persona. And aside from musicians, Suni and I were just talking on Wednesday about Fox News, right? Like lying to their viewers, all on the pretense of being a conservative news network. And I feel like people use that MAGA hat. It's like crazy. How, like you wear a MAGA hat around the right people who are all about MAGA or they're like QAnon people. They lose their minds. They get so excited to see somebody who's MAGA and who's a Trump supporter. So I kind of feel like it's an easy bait sometimes for somebody who has um bad intentions. So when we were researching you, we found more than a few charges and mugshots and things like that. And we were like, okay, we can understand like a misunderstanding about the Garcia twins, and this lady didn't understand what she was getting into, whatever. But it just kept going and going and going. Do you have anything to say about all the other charges? I mean, I think all the charges you have are like fraud and um
No, it's like a domino effect. Okay, like put it like this. Okay, you got a whole bunch of people that invest. Everybody's on a winning team. Okay, everybody's winning. Everybody's winning. So they find a loophole. It's like you going into a restaurant, right?
mhm.
Like I said in another interview, and it's like 400 people in there. They're like, "Oh my gosh, there's a roach inside my salad." Everybody's getting up. Everybody's gonna get up and go and leave the restaurant. There's a roach inside the salad. So that's what it was. That first news report was a roach in the salad. And it was like, okay, now we're gonna come after him because we found a loophole and we want our money back because this person has exposed them in their eyes that he is a grifter. So now we want our money back too, even if he did his job or not. We want our money back. So they just found loopholes to do that. And I learned you have to have a lawyer. You have to have a contract. And I didn't understand it because my heart was so big that I really wanted everybody to win around me. You'll notice that they always show the bad things, but they don't show when everybody was cheering me on and around me and inviting me over their house and telling me to spend the night and give, you know what I mean, coming to me with open arms for everything. But they don't show that. And me spoiling these people like their family, they never showed that. But when it got rocky, that's when I became Mr. Bad Person. And, you know, from there, like, I don't have nothing wrong to say about anybody. I said in another interview, for those who feel that we didn't accomplish any business, I'm not sitting here trying to be Mr. Goody Two Shoe because I had my greedy moments. You know, when you get a lot of money and you start receiving a certain amount that you've never had in your life, you get a little ego on your shoulders to be younger. Like, you get a very, very big ego. And that's what I thought. I felt untouchable. I've turned down A-list celebrities because I've been in the same facility as them, and I regret those to this day, because the doors could have been bigger for me, you know. But at the time, I'm thinking like, man, I'm Geppetto at the time. What are you talking about? I'm a Jackson. You're losing it. Like you're not nothing compared to the legacy of anything. I rub shoulders with the greatest entertainment family of all times. So why should I even? You know, you got to cut me a check type of thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's the type of mindset I had because I was young, and it was embedded in me from those who were around me. And I do regret it, but it's a learning experience.
Mhm. So let's take a step back because you mentioned the Jackson. So you claim to be the son of Jermaine Jackson. Is that correct?
I don't claim I am.
You are the son. Okay. Does he claim you as his son?
Of course, nobody's just gonna ever get an interview like at all. Like in the 10 to 12 years, it's never been any denial. You can't find me. You can find it in a report or what they said in the report, but then you got to think about it like this. Okay, we don't really know him. I just did 4 shows with and was around the family before I violated my probation. In February 2022, 4 shows. Gary, Indiana, down here in Tampa, Florida, where it's my second home. I've been here for 15 years, back and forth, and Immokalee, Florida, and Coconut Creek. You know, these weren't there were no autograph signings. There were none. It wasn't an autograph signing.
What do
So
you mean?
these type people were put on the internet. Oh, he's finally around him because when they finally see me with the family, they like, oh, he went to an autograph signing. I didn't go to. There was no autograph signing. There was no autograph signing in Tampa. There was no autograph signing in Coconut Creek or none of that. It's either you was there or not. You know, that's about it. And it was one time they let people that were closer that come, and that was in Tampa, where a guy my little brother, he has autism. His name is Paul Altman. He's very close to the family. He's very, very close to the Jackson family also. And Michael actually slept at his house when Michael slept out. He's probably watching right now. Here he goes right there. Big buck. That's my guy.
So, okay, I have to ask you about this because you on your Instagram channel, which by the way, if you want to shout out your Instagram channel on there, It's Maga
My
Jackson official.
yeah, Maga Jackson official. My Instagram.
Okay, Instagram. Excuse me. On there, you have a lot of pictures of you with. I think you have a picture of you with Jermaine. You have pictures of you with Tito and Jackie, and I think somebody else. And I'll bring them up as we go through the interview. But I got to be honest with you, like the pictures I see look like, and I take these all the time myself with people. Looks like, you know, you go to an event, you get to walk the red carpet, or there's like a meet and greet, and you just like stand next to the person and take a picture with them. If you were like a family member, I'm like looking to see like Christmas morning pictures, Thanksgiving, you know, when you were little, he's bouncing you on his knee. Like, do you have anything like that?
That's not true. You must have not seen all the pictures. Then that's not true. You can put my Instagram.
On your Instagram page.
Yes, that's not true.
You have like personal pictures on there.
Yes, that's not true. That's a personal. That wasn't no red carpet event. That's not true.
Which one are you talking about? I'm talking about the one that you're like standing next to a podium and there's like a step and repeat behind you guys. It's just you and him.
No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one where it's a shoulder picture.
Oh, soldier.
A shoulder picture.
A shoulder picture? Did you send that one to me?
No, it's on my Instagram.
Oh, it's on your Instagram. Okay, hold on one second. I'll keep talking while I look for that. But I could not find anything where Jermaine talked about you. And I know that you sent me like, hold on one second. I know you sent me like a video of, I think it was like Uncle Luther, who is Michael's father. So he is Joe Jackson's brother, correct? Uncle
He's his
Luther.
brother.
Yeah. So he's Joe Jackson's brother. So Uncle Luther. And then there were some other people in the video that were saying they were claiming you. But what I heard in that video was he's like family. So I said this to Suni because I was like, you know how sometimes, because Latino people don't do this, right? But like all my Black friends, they got what they call play cousins, right? They got these play cousins that are not real blood cousins, but they claim them as cousins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I took, when I saw those videos, I took it like that because I was like, yeah, they're saying he's like family, but I never heard them actually say you were the son of Jermaine Jackson. And then I saw that you had done an album or a song or whatever called DNA Doesn't Matter. And I was like, okay, DNA Doesn't Matter would make me think it don't matter if I'm not really his son. I'm like his son, or he treats me like a son, which is fine. If that's the case, like if he like adopted you in some type of fatherly fashion, that's fine too. But I haven't really found like concrete, like something to show me concrete that you are the son. And not just that. I know that the Whitney thing is a whole nother layer because I don't even think you know that for a fact, right? Like that's like what you were told, right?
I don't even touch on that topic really because, you know, at the same time, like I told everybody, like, and you know, my mom is Kim, my adopted mother is Leola Brown, which is Bobby Brown's sister, and which was Whitney's best friend. So at the same time, it's been conversations in the back room, in the, I'll say, like, use your term, in the green room, where certain things was told to me by E-Lights, you know, in the industry. Like, so overall, I don't really push that, but I just push the Jermaine because I know, in fact, like this is, you know, this is from face to face, and you know, it's no denying it at all. Like it's not like possible, even if it's, because you gotta think about it like this. First of all, number one, like, let me tell you something. Not coming from any other family members, not second, third cousins, nobody else. Like nobody was in the bedroom when I was conceived. So if a person was saying to you or Suni, right, like you found out like I'm Suni's secret child. Suni is a part of the Maga 5. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's gonna put an end to that immediately. You know what I mean? Like nobody's coming back around. Like it's not happening at all. So that's the thing about it. Like it's just not for everybody. Everybody's pushing the narrative because it just feels undeniable because the family is so great. You know what I mean? Like that's the reason why. But overall, like I don't really.
I agree with you. I mean, I don't think it's anything new that people try to claim the Jacksons. You know what I mean? Like, there's been countless amounts of people. I mean, there's people that are claiming, I'm the girl Annie that he was talking about in Smooth Criminal. I'm the one that he was talking about in Billie
Yeah,
Jean. Like,
but
listen,
but
I thought I was Liberian girl. Okay,
no,
truth be told.
I understand that, but I understand that, but there's zero videos of anybody with the videos that I have. Period. Like, there's zero.
Mhm.
That's what we can't talk about. We can't deny that. There's zero.
Is this the picture?
I'm not
Is
talking
this
about that. No, I'm not talking about that one. No,
You're not talking about this one. Okay, I don't know which one you're talking about.
I'm in a blue shirt. You said what you said. You said every video looks like a red carpet video. I'm in a blue vest, like a dress shirt, and
Mhm.
and he's in a red jacket.
Okay, hold on.
That
I'm
is not a
looking.
red carpet.
This one?
Yes, that's not. That's how's that red carpet? That's a cabinet behind me.
Yeah, that it looks like you're like in
Tour
like
bus.
a trailer, like a trailer or a tour bus that would be on a set. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
okay, but Andre, come on. I'm in the entertainment business and I have seen many people come into a trailer like who are fans and who are maybe on the set and they come in to meet whoever it is and they take a picture with them in there. Like it's not proof, okay?
No, I know. I understand that, but it's never gonna be proof. It's never gonna be good for anybody. Like,
Mhm.
we can really move on because I'm not gonna sit here and try to sell anything. I know who I am. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I say this, prove them not.
Mhm. No, and I'm not going to force you to prove anything to me because you're right. You don't have to prove anything to me. It is what it is, but it is important to me when I read a lot of stories of people saying this is what he got me with was the story that he is a
Yeah.
Jackson. So, in a way, we have a responsibility to try to figure that out because I think if that's what you're leading with, I'm Jermaine Jackson, son, and
I'm not. I don't push. I mean, my thing about it is, I've been doing my own thing. Like, people push the agenda because everywhere I go, my persona is that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm, mhm,
my mannerism, the way I move, the way I talk, the way you know what I mean, the way I look, and this is something that even if you look at my baby pictures, like, you know what I mean, this is my image. So when it comes down to it, it's like this is the agenda they keep on pushing. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not around. If I
mhm,
was really pushing that again, I wouldn't be a conservative. This is where it
mhm.
comes down.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You look like him. You do look like him. I'm not gonna say you don't, but
And let's
you
get
know.
let's get to it truthfully. So when it comes down to it, my respect wholeheartedly, like you said, oh, people have agendas. Let's be real. Jermaine is not a Trump supporter at all. Zero. He
Right,
is not messing
right.
with Trump. Paris Jackson is not rocking with Trump at all. Period. They're not rocking with that MAGA hat. None. None of them.
Mm-hmm.
None of them.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the time you start
Well,
thinking about it. So February, think about it. Think about it. Like, let's keep talking. I'll let y'all talk. So February comes, 2000. I'm in the MAGA movement in 2021. February comes. They know. It's not like I'm a stranger. Like, there's videos. I'm in the house and Havenhurst with Jafar. They know exactly what's going on. So they see me. What's up with that MAGA hat? You know what I mean? That's the first thing. You know what I mean? Like, what's up? What's going on?
mhm.
It's hard to choose, not only in the perception of them feeling that Trump is a racist, but what's the point of this MAGA hat?
Mhm.
What are you getting out of this MAGA hat?
Did you
And I'm
say
not
you
getting
said?
anything.
Well, I mean, you can say you're not getting anything, but like I said to you before, like people put on that MAGA hat and you get treated differently. Like
Well, I'm not
it
people.
just.
I'm not people. I'm not people. I've been nailed to the cross.
Mhm.
I'm not people.
Yeah,
That's the thing about it.
yeah. I just keep going back to the fact that if it was just the Jermaine Jackson's my father story, um, I guess I would be like, oh, okay, you do you. But again, like it's just doesn't look good when people get told. And I'm gonna be honest with you. We actually spoke to somebody who was involved in a business opportunity with you. And he even said, because I asked him, I said, how did you allow yourself to get scammed out of this much money? And he said, because Andre is a very charismatic person. He is very nice. He convinces you that he's just like somebody, you know? So
that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not about convincing anybody. First of all, number one, that is unprofessional. That's an excuse, and it's unprofessional because number one, like you just said, you stated right before we talked, you said no matter what is, if it's $100, you're going to get your lawyer and do it the correct way. There's no excuses for it. It's none. I don't care how nice the person talks. You're not a little child. We're not 5. We're not 10. You're not 12. You are a grown man.
Yeah.
You seen something else. You seen something. You had your own personal intentions with me. You know what I mean? That's with everybody.
But see, this is the hat. This is the power of the hat. And I'm just telling you because I have witnessed it myself. Is people automatically, no, don't get upset. People automatically think because you are a Trump supporter and because you wear a MAGA hat that you can do no wrong. They think it about Trump. Okay. Suni and I spend a lot of time on here trying to show people that Trump isn't even 100% innocent or says the right thing or does the right thing all the time just because he's Trump. But the power, and let me tell you, people cuss us out, people unfollow us, people call us all types of names, all because we will criticize that MAGA.
But what about the power of the glove, though? And it can't compare to that power of the glove, though.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You got the double. You have the double.
4.8 billion followers. 4.8 billion followers. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do for you guys. Give me a second for it. Let me get a second. Hold on.
Okay. You guys like my glove?
Gotta get a little more comfortable.
Oh Lord. Okay. You know what? See, you walked right into this. Let me ask you. See, now you walking into another question I want to ask you. Okay. Because you set yourself up now. Now you set yourself up for this.
I know I did.
Come on.
I know I did.
Come on now.
I know where it's going.
Okay. So when I was doing my research, we found a woman who had a Facebook page. Suni, what was her name again?
Mindy.
No. Mindy, not the other one. The other one, McDaniels, or there was so many. Nita McDonald, something like that.
McDonald.
She had a Facebook page and she was selling these Jackson privilege hats, right? Well, when I was trying to do my research on her, I saw that she's connected to JMac Enterprises, which is an LLC. And she, I think, is your manager or claims to be your manager, or she's your representative or whatever. Because then we saw her name on some legal documents where she wrote letters on your behalf to your probation officer and other, legal reasons, right? So then I was like, how come I can't find this lady anywhere? I can't I see her page on Facebook. I see her picture on Facebook. But when I would Google her, nothing would come up. But what did come up was this obituary for a dead woman who has that exact name, who lives in that exact city that she says she lives in, and who was the exact age. So I was like, well, this is weird. Does this Nita person exist? Is this Andre using this page to sell hats? Because I thought, well, maybe it's a condition of your probation that you can't, make money, right?
All assumptions. That's all it is. Is it Andre? Is it him? Is it all assumptions? You tell me. Is it me?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Exactly.
I'm asking you.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's assumption.
So who is Nita?
She's just a person that has an LLC that's very, for my well-being, very trustworthy person, and day one person, man. She's very professional. She knows her business. She came home and made sure I was directed right, so nobody put me in a position where they messed me over. That's why when all these allegations came,
How'd you meet her?
That's very I can't give her personal story. I can't. I'm not allowed to really speak on her story.
Well, not her story, your story. How did you meet her?
I met her through a family member, but I'm not. I can't
Family.
speak on that though.
Okay. Suni, do you have any questions about Nita?
No, I don't have any questions about Nita.
Well, I just brought her up because you were wearing the hat. So I don't know if that's you plugging that merch, but Andre has
No, it's not plugging in.
Jackson.
We don't. No, we're not because we're not doing nothing with that merch at all. That's a privilege.
Oh, no, because I heard you were selling like a lot of hats and you were actually making a lot of money.
You've seen it. Like you just said, you've seen it. You've seen it because somebody wrote that. We're not selling many hats.
I heard an actual audio
I know.
of you saying you were talking to, what was his name? Suni?
No, we were selling. No, we were selling Maga. No, we were selling Maga Jackson hats. We wasn't selling Jackson privilege hats.
But you said in the audio.
I understand that Maga Jackson. I said Maga Jackson hats.
Do you have the audio?
They have the t-shirts.
Okay,
t-shirts and hats.
We'll play it. We'll play it really quick because so we can get it straight. We don't want to misrepresent it. Hold on 1 second.
You can keep talking. I have to find the actual timestamp.
Okay.
Or actually, Christine, while we're up here talking, can you find the portion in the audio? Because I don't have it pulled up, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. 1 second.
So, and I appreciate you being a good sport about asking these questions. But I told you we do. Of
course, I'm here for it.
You're here for it. Okay. You're here
for
for it.
it.
We do our research. While Christine, Christine's she's our, she's Suni's assistant. I say she's ours, but she's not. I can't claim her.
She's ours.
You
can't claim her, but she's ours.
Yeah, we can't claim her. Somebody said they want to see Mo moonwalk. You listen, see, if that was coming from Fabian, who always is trying to see my booty, I would think that you were up to something, but Mo can't moonwalk. Mo cannot moonwalk. I've tried. Let's see here. I'm gonna go through questions really quick. Christine says she's having issues with the video.
It's all right. She could just give me the timestamp. I have it pulled up right here in front of me. Just tell me what the timestamp is.
Just tell her what the timestamp is. Christine Suni has it. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just gonna go through. Is that your brother, Big Buck? Is that what you said? That's your stepbrother, real brother?
No. I just call him my brother. He's a very, very big. I would say he's family. Like I told you, Michael stayed at his house. Like in Florida, but he's something special. He's very, very creative, very good producer. He is. To have autism like he is, he's amazing, man.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
See how you use the word brother? I'm telling you, man, Black folks be tricky with these brothers and cousins.
Not at all. I said before, if you rewind and taste, I said he's like a brother to me. I said that.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm not gonna grill you. We didn't do any research on Paul on Big Buck or Paul Altman or anything like that. So you're safe on that one. People were saying that picture of you and Jermaine that we showed that you said was the right picture was actually Jackie Jackson. And I'll admit, it looks like Jackie.
No. I said that is him, but I'm saying to you, like you're saying that all my pictures with the family. That's what I'm saying. That's what it gets trickery. All the pictures with the family are red carpet. They're not. You know what I'm saying? They're not red carpet events. They're not.
Okay. So I'm just
answering what you're telling me. That's it.
Gotcha. You got it?
Not yet. She says she's listening. We'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get to all that fun stuff.
Okay, so
he's here for the interview. You want the hard questions. Don't worry. My time is coming.
Oh, Lord. Stretch, honey. Take this time to stretch, okay? Stretch your mental. You may want to go get a drink of water, something.
Oh, no. I'm cool. I'm relaxing. I just had to switch back hats. I had to get back in MAGA form. So.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. Yeah. Oh God, I can't get into my Instagram because I wanted to show the pictures that I sent myself.
Well, we have one here. People are wanting to see the picture. This
Oh,
is him
okay.
with
That's the
Jermaine
picture. Okay, so
Jackson.
that's
I mean,
Jackie
Jackie,
Jackson.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Jackie Jackson.
Here's one of the pictures, and we have some more stuff to pull up. Don't worry, guys. Every show you get is jam packed with information.
Mhm.
Um,
This is
I
dope
do
interview,
want
man.
the audio.
It's a
right?
dope interview.
Yeah, I like this one.
This is the best one you've ever done.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Okay.
I
You
do have
heard
a
it.
question for you. You know, while we wait
Yeah.
for her to pull this up, do you know who I am?
Not really.
Okay. Do you know the Tybo tapes, Billy Blanks, all that? Pretty sure you know that. Everybody
Yeah,
knows
of course.
that.
Yeah, Billy Blanks. Yeah.
Okay. So that's my family. That's my dad's brother. It's my uncle, right?
All right.
If you were to say, hey, is Sunni related to Billy? Automatic, yeah. Right? I don't have pictures of my family plastered all over my social media because I know who I am. I was born and bred into this thing. Hold on, just wait. I'm trying to get you to see how shitty and shaky it looks from the outside looking in. Where I have someone telling me they're the relative of Michael Jackson.
All right.
And there's no personal, like, intimate photos with you guys. There's not.
All right. Well, we're back to the photos again, man. You know, like
No. We're waiting. She wants the audio to be pulled up, and I don't need dead
2:30.
air. So it's at 2:30. Thank you. I'll pull it up. I'm just hey, look, I'm telling you how it looks from somebody who's actually a part of a Hollywood elite family. It just looks weird. It just looks weird. My family's very close to the Jacksons, and I've never heard of you.
Cool.
Never.
All right, cool. Well, all right.
Let's play
Well,
this
I
audio.
I've never heard of none of that stuff. So I mean,
2:30. All right, here we go. If we can, never mind. You don't have to mute. I can do it for you, just so everybody can hear the audio, and there won't be any misrepresentations.
I don't want to do nothing here. There's nothing more I can do in Florida. I did 4 Jackson shows in Florida, man. Is what else am I gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? But go to Texas, bro. That's it. So now I'm just stacking my bread from home. I'm selling these Jackson Privilege hats. They're flying off the roof. I'm getting people to buy them. I'm gonna stack up me probably like 30, 40 grand in the next couple of weeks, and I'm just gonna pack my shit, man. Give me a nice little place. I told you I'm gonna buy you.
All right, so you can clearly hear you saying you're selling Jackson Privileges hats.
30, 40 grand in Jackson.
Oh, hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. You're still muted. Go ahead. You're good now.
I said 30 to 40 grand in Jackson.
I said we're gonna sell them for 30 or 40. We're gonna make 30 or 40 grand. And once I make 30 or 40 grand, I was gonna go to Texas. But we didn't get to end up selling them because all the stuff happened with me violating my probation. That's what I'm saying to you. Like that was my goal to go sell the hats, and I couldn't do it because I violated my probation. That conversation probably happened like 2 days after before I violated my probation the first time. I violated twice. The first was for an address change, and the second one was because the allegations of the Trump dance video being uploaded.
Why did you get hit with allegations from the Trump dance video getting uploaded?
Because the first violation was for the address change. Somebody had wrote a letter to the judge and told him a whole bunch of accusations. Mm-hmm. The judge then was like, okay, it came in at the last minute. My paid lawyer had already got everything to reinstate my probation. After the reinstatement of the probation, the judge was like, he got the letter. So he read it as we're in court. So he's looking at me like, here's a guy that has 25 years probation. So what I'm going to do is, okay, now that I got these allegations, I'm going to, first of all, number one, get him a mental health evaluation, number one. And number two, I'm going to have him take a risk assessment. And number three, I'm going to take you offline until you complete the risk assessment and the mental health evaluation. So I went home. I was so ready to leave. Nobody wants to be in the county. Nobody wants to be in jail. I took the deal inside the court. I wanted to go home. Mm-hmm. I took the deal in the court. I went home. I completed my mental health evaluation. Nothing was wrong with me. They did a full mental health evaluation on me. Nothing wrong with me. Started doing my risk assessment. When I started doing my risk assessment, I asked my my probation officer, could I go to Vegas? That's when I went out there with Loza. I went out there, recorded the Trump Dance remix. My distribution company is Urban Life Media. They distribute all my music, so I don't need to be online. They put up all my stuff on YouTube. They put all my stuff out for streams. I don't need to be actually physically online. The stipulations said on the paper, you can see it as you say you did your research. It says you are not to access any existing social media or create any current social media until the mental health evaluation and risk assessment is fulfilled. And even when it's done, it's only to be you have to come back to court, and when it's granted, it's for job purposes only. So when he got the phone calls from the people that kept drilling my probation officer, that's when he called me and he said to me, he said, Andre, why is this uploaded? I said, because my distribution did it. Must we go again on our stipulations? And the stipulations, we read through it, and he was like, you're actually correct. He called Juanita up in the distribution, and he confirmed it with her, and Juanita said, don't worry about it. Finish your time out there with Lowe's and do what you got to do. Finish up your records, whatever you guys are doing, come back here and do what you have to do. I said, fine. That's fine. Okay. So I did that, came back home. I came straight to him to let him know I was back in town. I came back 2 days earlier. When I came back 2 days earlier, he said everything was fine. He was going to do a house check on me in 2 days. He came and checked on me in 2 days. I asked him if I could leave to go to Jacksonville because I had to go meet up with her, with Martina. From there, I didn't go because I had to wait for other business things to happen. 2 days later, they knock on my door. I have a warrant for my arrest for a violation of probation. I get to the county, and they tell me it was for accessing social media. So when I got to Osceola, which is in Kissimmee, where the original charge was, because they had to extradite me there, that's when I got my lawyer together, and they figured it out. It was all nonsense. The state was really tired of because they wrote letters again. The state was aggravated. That's why I'm taking this interview with you guys today, because they see that it's just allegations. It's nonsense. People creating because they feel as if they didn't get the better end of the stick, and that's what happened with my violation. So beforehand, I had a plan, like with this person you talk about with Joel, like I had a plan where I wanted to go with him because, in a sense, I didn't know that he was recording me. That's what I'm saying. Look, who records people? Like, they were recording me. People, I can't even trust anybody. Like, recording me on the phone, like that's a motive. You're trying to set me up for failure to put me out in the front street to make yourself look better. So when all this stuff is going on, I'm not knowing these people that I confine into, I trust. Let me sell this. Let me get a grind and hustle, sell something, come down there, and we put it together as a team, and we just leave everything alone. Because I've been wanting to go to Texas. When I first came out, that was my plan to go to Texas. But it just never happened because I figured out, oh, now this person is plotting against me. So everywhere I go, it's like, man, who's not plotting? You know what I mean? Like, so that's exactly what happened.
So the lady that filed the charges, her name was Mindy. I don't know how to pronounce it.
She didn't file any.
She filed a petition
charges.
to a restraining order.
She didn't file. Yeah, she tried to file that, and that got dismissed in 7 minutes in court. 7 minutes. I wasn't even going to talk about.
She only got dismissed because she's a little nutty.
She's nutty.
No, she's past nutty. Past nutty. Like let's not be easy. A little. Come on, y'all going hard. A little nutty.
Yeah, this interview's not about her though. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter if we say a little or a lot.
Man, so, but give me something though. Like let's get into that. Like let's get into that. Y'all want to skip over the.
Okay, I want to go back to the hats that you said you didn't sell. That's what I want to go back to because we verbally heard you. Hey.
No,
let's finish that. Hold on. Let's go
back
to that.
I already explained that. I said that
just going forward though.
Oh my God.
You're allowed to speak, but you're over speaking me when I'm speaking. I'm saying things and you won't even allow me to finish because you're too busy trying to interject. Allow me to finish my thought.
All right. Go ahead.
You can respond, but don't keep cutting me off. Back to what I was saying.
You got it.
The audio clearly shows you saying you're selling hats. So the whole tangent you just went on has nothing to do with the hat bit that we're talking to you about. We're talking about the hats.
I already explained that to you. I said to you that I was going to sell them off the road. I said 2 days later, I violated. We didn't get the chance to sell the hats. The hats that we were selling, I'm giving you the honest truth.
So did you lie to him when you said they were flying off the shelves? You were selling like crazy?
I said
did
they're
you lie
gonna.
to him?
I said meaning they're gonna fly. Like basically, in my terms, in my lingo, that means see, it's different for people. In my lingo, that means that they're gonna fly off the shelves. Like that's how I talk. That's just my lingo, how I talk. But nobody, if you see the hats that I was selling, really, then were hats and t-shirts. Those hats and t-shirts were left to his significant other, which is still down in Texas in their storage. When I went to
let's
Texas,
play this audio again, though.
Oh my God.
Relax. Remember you said this was fun.
Here. I don't want to shoot more videos here. I don't want to do nothing here. There's nothing more I can do in Florida. I did 4 Jackson shows in Florida, man. Is what else am I gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? But go to Texas, bro. That's it. So now I'm just stacking my bread from home. I'm selling these Jackson privilege hats. They're flying off the roof. I'm getting people to buy them. I'm gonna stack up me probably 30, 40 grand in the next couple of weeks, and I'm just gonna pack my shit.
So you can say that this is how I speak, but what you can't do is you can't interject the way you speak and then have someone else translate the way you speak. I heard I'm selling the hats because that's what you literally said.
I just told you, but I just said that
that's a convenient excuse, don't you think? Well, that's just how I talk.
I'm not making an excuse. You didn't finish what you didn't let me finish speaking. I said to you, I said that they're gonna be flying off the roof and I'll make a 20 to 30, 40 grand or whatever in the next couple of weeks. I didn't make that because I violated 2 days later. That's why I keep telling you. I didn't get a chance to sell them.
Right. You may not have got the chance to sell them, but you said you were selling them. That's the only point we're making.
Yeah, but it doesn't the point of me about to sell them, but I'm not. You said I was plugging them in to sell them now. I said I'm not selling those hats. I'm not.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, well, she said it. That's what she said. I'm not selling those. That was the point that was made.
You're not selling those hats.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So, that's what we're arguing about. Nothing. Like that's
no. You're getting defensive. You asked for a hard show. You asked to come on here.
No,
we didn't ask.
I'm not defensive at all. I'm just saying to you, I'm trying to make it clear so we can move faster, so we can get on to the next one. That's what I'm trying to say.
So this whole interaction you had with Mindy, that was just the one she was just crazy.
Her situation. All right, I'm not going to speak on it too much, but this lady is the same lady that says she has a chip in her. She has the FBI put a chip in her her anal and vagina, and they're watching her, and she has glass coming out her feet.
Did you guys interact?
No.
So you never interacted with her. You never talked.
No, I never been with that girl, man. Like that lady's got. Once I seen how she was, I just, I seen her face to face, but I've never had that type of interaction that you guys you're insinuating.
So you wouldn't recognize this, like messages?
No, that's not from us.
It's not.
No.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna ask you all these things. These are claims on the internet. So you never had any interaction with Mindy.
No.
So far, what I've heard is everywhere you go, you get screwed over. You seem to be the victim in every single scenario. Why is that?
Victim? The beginning of the interview, I never said anything about being a victim. I said that they did help me out. I never played as a victim. Like, what are you talking about?
Who is they? What do you mean when you say they helped me out?
As far as the lady that you spoke about, I said that they helped me. It's not about being a victim. It's true. I just didn't understand what business was. I'm never denied that people didn't give me money, but I just didn't understand what business was.
Hold on just a second, because I want to go back to the text messages, because for somebody that you didn't have any interaction with, I want to read a little bit what these text messages say. And we have only like screenshots of them, so they're a little bit cut off. But it says, I live conservative, simple, in trap situation that I strive to be free from. I should be living the best days of my life. My life was stolen maliciously, and I feel yours was too. Then you guys were having a conversation about her loaning you money. And she said, no, baby, money is nothing. It's the control these people have that I need to leave the obsession. I think that's you. And then she said, absolutely. Sorry. Then you said, yes, my queen. And she said, I'm so excited for us. I'm just heading to the bank. I love you. You're my king and my heart. And you said, my baby, we have major, major plans. She said, yes, we do. Then she said, I love you, sweetheart, and appreciate and respect you. Then you said, as soon as these liberals leave, I guess I'll call you. And she said, okay, I definitely understand that. You said, I just need your focus for your king. Keep stacking. We are getting married soon. As I come, nobody will stop us. And she said,
Like I
I'm so,
said,
hold on.
like I
I'm
said,
so happy and excited. And you said,
like I said, I have nothing to do with that girl. We don't even have to speak on her. I have nothing to do with her. Nothing.
but you
closed.
did clearly, you were telling her you were going to marry her.
That's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me.
Well, she sent a screenshot of her sending you money for MAGA merchandise.
I mean, she's put in for merchandise and she's helped with merchandise. Of course, I'll admit to that. Yes, you know what I mean. But I'm not that right there. That's not mine. I'm cool, man. Like I'm not that
it's
thing
the same
right
number
there.
though.
No,
it's legitimately the same number. It's all these text messages come from the same number.
Well, that's not me.
That's not you.
No.
So somebody was impersonating you.
I said that's not me. I don't know what you guys. Like I said, at the end, that's not me.
Can you put that in the chat, please, Mo?
Put
that
what?
particular screenshot with the Cash App?
Yeah. There was two. And then there was also something else in here, but
I do want to ask you about I do agree it's when somebody is recording you, they don't trust you, right? What are you recording me for? But I do have a question while we wait for this last screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
What were you cleaning up in the text messages with Joel? Why couldn't you leave Florida? What did you felt the need to clean something up?
No, I mean, this goes back to this. All right. Well, I hate talking because I did an interview on this dude already. So it's gonna give you guys kind of like the same type of interview. I didn't want to give you guys like the same.
No, you don't have to go deep. I just want to.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, like I was trying to because it was we agreed with a person that was inside the MAGA movement that we would part. Like he said that he wanted to part ways, certain things. So I didn't want to like. Joel wanted to do something else. I didn't want to put nothing to forefront against this guy, but at the same time, he had a different way of thinking that he wanted to get, put him out there, and I didn't want to put him out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt in my mind like even though he wanted to go his route, and he just couldn't deal with all the slander from our past because it wasn't giving him a good look because of previous things that happened in his past. So I just stepped away from that. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Okay. You got it. You caught it, right? You see what I'm saying? Exactly.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the last paintbrush? Because you're saying this is not you. It's you, sir. Like I'm not really sure. It's you.
If that's what you say. At the end of the day, like I'm not. I can't speak on business things with cash transactions. I'm not here to do all that stuff. Like I can't do that. Like that's not.
So is this you or not? Because if it's not you, then you wouldn't be saying.
I'm just saying I can't speak on. I didn't come here to speak on cash transactions. I can't do that. I didn't do that.
Well,
what I mean?
I think what Suni's pointing out is right below the done word is a thing that says the last.
Yeah, but I'm not speaking on cash
hold on 1
transactions.
second. We won't talk about the amount, but it says the last paintbrush, right? And then Suni show the screenshot, which is your Facebook. It's a Facebook page tied to you, and it says the last paintbrush. I believe Miss Nita also mentions the last paintbrush on her Facebook as well.
Yeah, I'm not speaking on any cash transactions about anything.
Okay, so we can't talk about that. You said nothing was off limits. It seems to be there's a lot of things off limits that you don't want to talk about.
I said I'm not speaking on cash transactions.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Are you done with the softballing? Because I want to get into this. It's been an hour.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Let's go. I want to know why you have so many gimmicks. You're a talented, clearly world-renowned producer. You've worked with so many people in the industry. Why the fuck do you need to mimic the Jackson 5 or Trump?
I'm not mimicking anybody. This is me. I mean, regardless of what you feel
You're
or
not,
how
but you
you
wear a
see it,
glove.
that's
That's
me.
imitating who?
Exactly, because that's keeping the legacy alive in my own eyes. You know, like that's what you do. Why do you wear a bandana tied in your head? That's Tupac.
No, it's not. I'm a woman. This actually came from the feminist movement. I do it
No,
because
but it's still
it's a
Tupac. So
jab.
like,
Are you gonna answer why you use gimmicks?
I
I
don't
want to know
use
why you're
gimmicks.
using a gimmick.
It,
Then
as
why are
it's,
you wearing MAGA? Why are you wearing MAGA?
it's
Why do you have an
entertainment.
album called Trump Won? Why do you have an album called Trump Off the Wall? Why do you
Yeah,
have MAGA attached to anything you do? For
it's
what?
not a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's bringing
Okay,
it's bringing people
why is
together
it
with my
attached?
own genius ideas that people will get later, but they didn't get it. It was
Such as
something
what?
that was prepared. There's something for me to put out there. When you listen to the music, you'll understand it. When you listen to the
Okay,
albums, you
let's
critique
listen
it.
to some of the music because you actually
All right.
dropped an album today, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You did. Where's that album at?
And you know
wanna-
what? I will
Let's listen.
while
Are
you
you
pull
gonna
it up.
flag us?
While
Because I
you pull
wanna
it up,
play it.
yeah, release all the copyrights if we get it. But I will say this: I have listened. Your political stuff. It's kind of like Loza. I don't really care for political music,
Mhm.
unless you're really, really good at it, like Bryson is. But your R&B stuff that I heard, like from back. I told Sudie, I said he's not a bad artist. Like you're not bad. So what she's asking you as to why you have to like use anybody but yourself to like promote yourself as an artist is it's you shouldn't have to do that.
I'm not using anybody as an artist. It's just my own personal ideas like that I come up with. You know what I mean? I'm not really, it may seem as if that, but it's not. It's just something that's creative that comes out of my mind and I present it in the way that I do to promote it. You know, like.
All right.
Let's play it.
So it's not a gimmick, but here you are.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what would be the Billie Jean outfit? Famous glove, hat, sunglasses, and then on top of that, you're posing in front of a Trump building with MAGA
Yes.
attached to your album, Jackson at the end, but you don't push gimmicks though. That's cool.
Yeah, not at
The
all.
first song you have is called White Privileges.
Yes.
Bluetooth off, no location. 25 years, probation.
Probation.
But I know Haitians. Knocking on the door, it's the polls waiting. In the cell by myself, it was so vacant. Violated on the technical, so patient. Went to court, squatting cough, I was so naked.
Don't know what the hell that has to do with politics or Trump, but
It does. It's me telling my testimony.
Votes is unanimous. You done got your turf snatched. Let's go, Brandon. I'm up by the first hat. I got all these liberals walking on their toes.
can you give me a policy?
I'm not here to be, you know what I mean, like
You're here
put
for a
against the
hard
wall
interview.
about studies
Let's
or
have it.
anything like that.
You're here to have a hard interview, are you not?
You're not gonna do me like that. You're not gonna do me
Do
like
you
that.
like
We're not here
what?
for that. You're
Do you
not
like
the
what?
policies and the intellect and the amendments. I'm not
Well,
doing all of that.
if this is not a gimmick,
no, not even. It's not.
I'm
It's
gonna
my
need
way of,
for-
and people
Hey, stop cutting me off,
people
bro.
advocate
Stop.
people advocate different. I advocate different. You can't take that
That's
away
great.
from me.
If it's not a gimmick and you're
It's
really
not.
about this and you're a political rapper, then you should be able to discuss
I'm not a
policy with
politician.
me. I
I'm
said
not
a
a
political.
politician.
Hey, stop cutting me off because you're not even
All
hearing what
right.
I'm saying. I didn't call you a politician. You said you retired from political rap, did you not?
Yes. Yes.
So you would consider yourself a political rapper, would you not?
No, I'm not
Once
a rapper.
upon a time, rapper,
I'm not a
singer,
rapper.
whatever, artist.
Yes, conservative R&B artist. Yes.
Okay. So if I'm asking you policy, it's because you're telling me this is not a gimmick and you're really about this. But then when I get to the hard questions of, okay, well, what do you support? Give me some policies. I'm not having that conversation. What have you proven here
It's
today?
not about not being. It's not about being in the conversation. I just know where this is going. I know.
Where is it
Like,
going?
I know where you're going with this, Sonia. I know it, man. I'm not gonna entertain. We just move. to
So
the
once
next one,
again,
man.
another question not answered. I'm asking these questions just so
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
go
I know where
forward
it's
thinking
going.
you're
I
some
know
sort
it.
of scam artist. So
All right, whatever
don't
you
wanna
gonna think
answer
what
the
you want to think
question.
regardless.
Well,
You gonna think what you want to
what
think
we're
regardless.
we're giving you an opportunity. Well, it's not about what we think. We're giving you an opportunity to answer these questions so that you can clear up.
I cleared up what I needed to clear up. You know, I feel as if like we're there. You know what I mean? Like we're there already. Like I don't There's nothing else to say about that. Like I've already said what my mistakes was, and I already like talked
What
about the
mistakes are we
past. I've
talking
been here
about? We're
before.
talking about
So
your music. What the past?
I understand
We're
that, but I'm
talking
talking
about
about
your current music, bro. I didn't
yeah, I
even bring up the
understand that,
past.
but
I'm
overall,
literally
like,
asking you, where do you fall? What do you align with? If this is not a
what do you
gimmick,
mean? What am
then answer my follow-up question. What policies do you support?
What do you mean? What policies do I
You
support? I mean,
are a former political conservative R&B artist.
yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
Okay, so what do you support? I'm genuinely this is a question I would ask anybody who came on the show.
what I'm saying, what policies though? What policies you want to talk about? Like what policies?
Trump policies. I want to know which one you supported. Like, what did you think of all of it? Like, I'm curious what you think going forward because
The
you
reasons,
also
the
put a lot
reasons,
of videos out where
the reasons why. Listen, I'm gonna break
okay.
this down. The reason why I support
Mhm.
Trump, number one, is because number one, he stood for stopping human trafficking, which is the biggest thing in the world right
Mm.
now. Billions of dollars, almost 138 $1 billion
Right.
a year. You know what I mean? And he donated $38 million to human trafficking victims.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, and that was very, very major. Like, I don't think there's any president that's done that. You know what I mean? And number
Okay.
two, he runs. You say, okay, like, you gonna let me continue to speak? Or when it came to, I said, when it came to, no, this is the number one reason why I support him too, because I stand first. Number one, I stand on the Jackson Foundation first. He was the only person in presidency to defend Michael. When they gave him the child molesting allegations, he basically stood up for him and said that Michael was definitely not a child molester. Number one, he played in the Trump Towers with Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, all of them. When it was time to go to Mar-a-Lago and get married to Lisa Marie Presley, Trump opened his door up for Michael. Those are the two reasons why I support, because that's family. Like, at the end of the day, like, if somebody's going to stand when everybody was going against Michael and all the Michael fans around the world, and President Trump to this day, even though it's something behind the scenes that I don't know about personally, why the family doesn't support, and maybe it's something that I have to figure out later.
Racist. Like I guess we all
that's
know.
that's their thoughts. Like I can't say that because I don't see it. I don't see the racism in him. How is it? The opportunity's been given, for Black conservatives. So it's like, why would he feel as if he's a racist? Like Terrence K. Williams was given a platform to be a foster child and come out of that and make a brand for Cousin T Pancakes and do what he needs to do and to be successful. You know what I mean? So I don't see where the racism is at. He wouldn't allow that situation to happen. You know what I mean? And in many ways, I could name a lot of Black conservatives that he's opened the door for. But as far as like, I'm not in it because of I don't get into like the policy part. I'm in it for my own reasons of what him standing on the foundation of him speaking for the family. And that's
so
what
then
I
why
respect
are
about
you
that.
going after YouTubers and influencers who are critical of Trump? You have like 3 videos up. If you don't discuss policy and the only reason you support him is this personal tie, which is fine, why the fuck are you going after political commentators when you're not even in our wheelhouse? This is no different than Cardi barking up the wrong tree with Candace Owens.
because I know that they're
this.
streaming. I know that they're streaming him because the simple fact is they get stream money off of mentioning his name. That's the reason why.
So that's the game. This is a business. You're
right,
getting money.
So, hey,
you're getting money.
Right.
You came up with a whole business plan with the Jackson's name associated with it.
I'm not getting straight. That's not where I make my money at though. That's not where I make my
money.
But
you gave this business plan to Trent, and he gave you a large amount of money.
100.
What do you mean?
What was it? 146,000?
Yeah, but that had nothing. Listen, before the business plan was even went through, he didn't even go through that business plan before then. You see what I'm saying? Like that business plan
that makes no sense.
He didn't though. He did not go through the business plan. He didn't.
We can go through it. Let's go through it.
All right. Yeah, let's go through it.
So, when did Bryson co-sign you?
Through a video, through the cameo video.
Bryson's my best friend.
I understand that. I see that.
When did Bryson give you a cosign? Not a cameo video that you paid for. When did he give you a cosign?
That's a cameo video. You know what I mean? Like that's a cameo video.
So did it genuinely come from him?
I mean, he did it from the heart. He spoke from the heart.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't scripted.
I don't know. Real quick,
It wasn't scripted.
I'm gonna give a video. I'm gonna give a quick rundown for those of you guys that don't know what cameo videos are. And this is important for you guys to know because a lot of people or anybody, I could pay for it, right? So if I send some money, I think you just go to like a website, I can have Donald Trump, I can have Donald Trump Jr., I can have anybody, I can have artists, music artists. I pay them and I give them my information and what I want them to say, and they do a very heartfelt video talking almost as if they know me. So that's what Suni's referring to when she says a cameo video, is because you can pay somebody to do a cameo for you or a shout out for you. And then in turn, they can post it on their website and it can look like a very legit. So people who don't know about this might look at that and be like, wow, like, I can't believe Donald Trump Jr. made you a video. That's awesome. So
yeah, I mean, but on business terms, it doesn't have to be agreed to. Some of them get denied. It's business. It's like booking somebody for a club. You know, at the end of the day, it's the same type of reason. If I book somebody to the club, they might not want to go to that club. I can't give somebody a whole full sketch of that. It's the same thing.
But I'm saying, but
if I pay somebody for their services, can I talk?
Yeah.
If I pay somebody for their services, then basically they do their services.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Right.
But that's how I see it.
But what I'm saying is the particular people like, Bryson, who, sees another conservative. Obviously, if like a transgender person was like, hey, Bryson, can you give me a shout out? Bryson probably wouldn't take
exactly.
that.
Of course not.
But
any liberal, he's not going to do it.
But again, not knowing who you are, you paid for a service, which, by the way, Bryson got out of the cameo business because of things
you.
like that, because of you, actually.
Right.
Because he takes very seriously who he co-signs and who he, speaks for.
All right.
I'm even friends with Bryson, and there's some crazy outlandish stuff that I say, and Bryson, will distance himself from me in those moments that I say crazy stuff that he's just like, no, I don't rock with you on that, And it's fine because I respect that about him. So, I just wanted to say that.
I don't have anything wrong to say about that situation because I never met Bryson, never seen Bryson. I don't know Bryson, so I don't have nothing else to say about that.
But you said he co-signed you. Bryson doesn't co-sign anyone he doesn't know. You just said you never met him. You don't know him.
Yeah, but he still gave the video though. That's a co-sign.
Because you paid for it. That wasn't a personal co-sign.
Exactly. That's what people.
So why advertise it as you have relationships with these people?
I didn't advertise it as a relationship. I advertised it as a co-sign of shouting me out.
What is a co-sign?
But you paid.
Mo, what do you?
Shout out.
Hold on.
It's a shout
Mo,
out.
You're from the same. You're from the same area I'm from, bro. What does co-sign mean?
Co-sign is like I rock with you, like I'm rocking with you. Yeah,
I rock with you. If I'm co-signing,
yeah,
I'm putting my name out there.
Well,
I'm vouching for you. This guy's good. That's what co-sign means. And you're saying that these MAGA artists have co-signed you when they haven't.
And
literally paid for a cameo.
And he said that my voice sounds good. My vocals sound good.
Because you paid him to say it.
I mean,
just be real about that. Come on, let's just be real.
I paid a lot of artists to do it. I paid Topher, I paid Loza, everybody. I compensated everybody for their time.
But they don't know you on a personal level, correct?
No, Topher and
aside from Loza.
Bryson don't, but Loza, yeah, just Loza knows me.
Yeah, Loza.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you get your name from, by the way?
Which one?
What? Which one?
Maga Jackson. Where'd you get that from?
For Forgiato.
Forgiato gave you that. Why did he give you that name? I
don't know. He just said it would be dope. He was just like, you should just change it to that.
So it wasn't because you were saying that you were Jermaine Jackson's son for I don't know how many years?
No, not at all. Forgiato don't care about none of that stuff, man.
So it has nothing to do with the fact that you have been dressing like the Jacksons for how long now? He just randomly said anything
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he just said he's like, I think you should change the name to Maga Jackson. He did. He said that. That's honest truth.
Okay. So I had this question for you because of research that I've been doing on a particular subject.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to hear your genuine response. What would you say to the people who compare you to Legina and Jaguar Wright? I don't know if you have.
I
I'm
don't.
pretty sure you've heard those two. Have you not?
No, I never
Okay,
heard
she
of that.
says that she is the love child of R. Kelly and Aaliyah. And
I
Jaguar
don't. I
White
don't.
claims to have all these connects and have all this insider information about everybody and their mama when it comes to the industry.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I
since
don't
you
know
don't
who
know,
that is.
I guess it's not a. We can't even ask you the question.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
No fun. No fun. No fun. So how many businesses would you say, like business ventures, would you say that you have like partaken in, and how many of them have been successful?
I mean, my most successful venture probably was like when I was in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
With a company called Elusive Media, my brother Kurt. We did some things with Star Trek, with Pharrell and stuff like that. But and from there,
Did you do
like,
some stuff with Brick Squad?
yeah, I did some stuff with Brick Squad. So I just did some records. That's it.
What's records did you do? I'm good with Brick Squad. I know Deb Bentley. I used to do a little.
Oh,
I actually
all
ran
right.
an indie label.
I was there with Woo the Kid. I actually got introduced to them from Leola, which is my adopted mother. Like she introduced me to Walking Them and everything. That's how I met him. But I did
Oh,
a
okay.
song called "She Got a Little Hood in Her." It was off
Mhm.
"Salute Me, Shoot Me For," and then the re-up mixtape. I did a song with Waka Flocka. If you
Why
look up
didn't you get
Geppetto
credit
Jackson,
for that?
I do have credit for that.
Where?
It's on the song. It's on the song.
Where? This is Rico Love.
Somebody put up the wrong one. That's what I'm saying. If you look on YouTube, go look on YouTube. I promise. It's me and him in the studio.
There's two different versions.
Yeah, there's two
You
different
and him
versions.
and-
I'm telling you, there's two different versions. I promise.
right,
Like
but
that's
both versions are legitimately the same. They're not.
no,
They're not any different.
but listen to the hook, and you're gonna hear me. That's me. Like listen to it. I promise. Like that's me. Like play it.
So you are so dedicated that even though on every single credit, even if you go to publishing, your name is not on any of the publishing, my brother. It's Rico Love.
No, somebody put that up. That's not it. And there's another song with me and Walker that if you type in Geppetto Jackson, Walker Flock, there's another song that we did too, and my name pops up with it. That's Salute Me,
On
Shoot
YouTube,
Me For, right?
but in the publishing where you
No,
get
in the
credits,
publishing on the publishing record too. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
which
Like,
publisher
there's
did
a
y'all
record.
go through? Which publisher?
I don't know. It was Walker. The whole record was Walker Flocka's record. Like
So
it's him. If you look up the video, Geppetto Jackson and Walker Flocka,
Right.
he named. I'm in the studio with him. Pull up the video.
Right. I saw the video. I know
So why
Waka.
would you show it?
Because I know Waka and Deb, and they're denying that you did the song.
Oh man, here. No, did not. How you did not? He went in the studio making a song.
You guys were in the studio, and he mentioned the song, but you're not on the song. When I went to look at the producer credentials,
Oh my god.
when I looked at publishing,
Oh
it doesn't
my.
matter what website you go to, Geppetto
All right.
Jackson is not named. But Rico,
All right. So
even
all
if
right,
you
so
go to the bottom of who wrote it,
all right.
it says clear
now-
as day.
Now you're
Where's that?
reaching. I put that on my soul. I recorded with Walker, man. Like
I'm
now you're
reaching.
reaching now. You're
I'm
reaching,
reaching.
bro. You're reaching. Play
I'm
the
reaching.
record. Just play the record. Play the record. Why won't you play the record? Play it.
I'm reaching, but it says written by Rico Love and Waka Flocka.
No, listen. Play the record. Why don't you
We
let
can't
people
play
hear
the record because we will get dinged. I like my channel.
Oh, come on, man.
We will. This is what happens when you run a channel.
Come on, man.
Oh, real quick, someone's asking about the merch. This show is somewhere in the middle.
Yes, the show is somewhere in the middle. The site is Truth in the Marketplace, and you can find our merch on there. You just have to go to, like, there's a few things that come up when you go to the page, but then if you go to like to view all the merchandise, you'll be able to see. And I think you can search on there, right? For somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
And you can scroll down right to collections, and you will see me and Mo right there.
So look up the publishing on Waka Flocka and Geppetto Ghetto Child, please. Look that up. Ghetto Child.
Ghetto Child is you, but this song is not.
But you just said I didn't record with Waka Flocka.
I said you didn't record this song with Waka Flocka.
Oh, come on, man. Golly. You just said I did not record with Waka Flocka at all.
We're only talking about
no, you did. You said rewind the tape, everybody. She said I didn't record. I don't know Waka Flocka. I didn't do.
Did I say that? I said they don't know you.
She said they don't know you.
I never said you never recorded with him. And the only song in question that I brought up was a song right here. And it's
Come
the
on.
first song
But
you
why-
said.
but-
You
but
did
no,
not
but why-
say the other song.
No,
The first song you
but-
brought up was
listen,
Little
but
Hood
why?
in there.
But why bring out a Little Hood and you could have brought up the subject of Ghetto
You
Child?
brought
Why?
it up.
Oh.
I literally asked, have you ever recorded with Waka? And you said, yeah, I recorded Hood in
Yes,
there.
I
didn't
did.
bring it
I
up.
did record with him, but you brought up Walker. I brought up Pharrell. You said, what about Brick Squad? She said, what about Brick Squad?
Yeah.
Exactly. I didn't bring up Brick Squad. You brought up Brick Squad.
This is fucking hilarious.
You asked me if I
This
recorded
is
with Walker. I
hilarious.
said, yes.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You're going to
So-
rewind the tapes and see it. You'll see it.
Yeah, we will. We'll post this. We
Yeah,
don't do
yeah,
it
rewind the
anything.
tapes.
Yeah, anybody who watches this, if you want to hit the rewind button
Yeah,
right now,
You can
the
rewind
button.
it. Go ahead and rewind.
Rewind it.
Mhm.
Okay. So you did a song called Ghetto Child, which I did see. I can't find any publishing on it, but I did see. I wanted to ask you about Candy Fresh.
Mhm.
Because you have the paintbrush, her films, candy paint, blue and
No,
red
I don't
tie
know.
guys, and none of those have ever materialized into any successful business.
I
so-
never had her films. I never had none of that. I
Okay,
was
what
gonna
about Candy
produce-
Fresh?
Yes, I had Candy Fresh. Yes.
So what happened with that?
Rest in peace to our soul. We were supposed to try to do a venture to try to get it in stores, with Kim, Miss Kim Porter, but it's just certain things. I just wasn't experienced enough in clothing. Somebody kind of like pushed me from Europe. I was kind of big on like World Star Hip Hop, and I was doing my music. I was more into my music. So when I started the clothing line, it was just for fun. It was on the Nickelodeon's Choice Awards. Just did a couple of things, but I just wasn't really interested in clothing. I just left it alone.
we did see a video of Jafar when he was younger, with you promoting it. He was wearing, I think, a hoodie from the brand. Which, by the way, Jafar Jackson, who's no longer little, he's actually going to be playing He's going to be playing Michael Jackson in the new Michael Jackson film. Are you casted in that film?
I can't speak on that right now.
You can't speak on that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Are you in talks with the director or anything? Have they reached out to you?
I can't speak on anything when it comes to that right now.
Okay. Respected.
Okay.
Y'all in the comments with the name of our merch store. It is not Tit.
It's not Tit.
It's not Tit merch. Y'all need to grow up. Y'all corny as hell. It's TITM.
Oh man. So have you ever been to Mar-a-Lago?
Have I been to Mar-a-Lago? I've been by Mar-a-Lago.
So you have you been to Mar-a-Lago?
Inside Mar-a-Lago? No.
This motherfucker. I'm going to assume that means no, you've never been. Okay.
I said no. I said no, I've never been out.
Have you ever been to any Trump events?
Yes.
When's the last one you went to?
I went to one in West Palm Beach. It was like a small rally.
Okay. Were you banned from going to Trump rallies?
I wasn't really banned. Just a certain situation happened with CPAC. You know, like
What happened
when
there?
certain was. Well, tickets was paid for the contract for a table,
Mhm.
and we were supposed to bring certain investors to the table to sit down and talk to build a plan.
Mhm.
And the tickets were stripped from me. You know, like the investment was cut short, so I couldn't create.
Why were
Yeah,
they stripped?
Huh?
Why were they stripped?
Because he was decided to back out of the contract.
You paid
So you paid for them?
$17,000 for those tickets.
Huh?
You paid $17,000 for the
No,
tickets.
no,
to
no,
see
no,
that?
no. The person paid for the event. It was a table. It was a table we were supposed to sit at.
What person?
And I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to spend time on this person no more. I already spent on another
Mindy.
interview.
You don't have to. I'll say it for you.
It
It wasn't Mindy. That wasn't Mindy
Yes.
that did that.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was.
No, it wasn't Mindy. Mindy
We
didn't
got
pay
the-
17,000. No,
we got
Mindy
this
didn't pay.
from. We got this
Listen,
from Mindy.
No, it's from Mindy, but Mindy didn't pay 17,000 for the ticket. That's y'all ain't do your research. She didn't pay for that.
Right. Right.
You know who paid for that? You really want to know?
Yeah,
Trent
we
paid
really want to
for it.
know.
Trent paid for it.
Trent
Trent.
paid for it.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mindy didn't pay for that. What are y'all talking about?
Okay. So
Yeah.
you weren't a no-show. They just stripped it from you.
No, they didn't strip it from me. He called the people up and got the tickets stripped. He said that he took somebody else. He took the dude, the Shane, the personal Mimi King. See, now y'all gonna make me get into the story again because it's like I'm tired
Please
of telling
get
the story
into
over and
it.
over. All right, I got you. Well, I went to Texas. I met with Shane Bouvet. When I went with Shane Bouvet, they didn't know Shane Bouvet. Joel, Trent, they didn't know Shane Bouvet. He hit me up. He's like, bro, come to this event. He brought me to an event. We went to like this little mansion spot. He asked me if I wanted to stay with one of the I guess it was like one of the congressmen that he was staying with, because you know he had donated I guess Trump donated 10,000 for his father or whatever. And so I told him I didn't want to go because I was staying at the hotel and I was waiting for Trent. So when I went there, he told me he was gonna bring me to Trump. We went to dinner. It was me and Joel. We was talking. They said they was turned off because the way Joel was talking. I told Trent to get in touch with him because I wanted to build a relationship and I felt like he was my partner. So I put them two in touch with each other. When he didn't make it happen, and when we went to, I think it was Conroy or Convoy. What is it called? You're from Texas. What is it called? Convoy or is it Conroy?
Conroy.
Conroy at Raleigh. I left there and we got back to the hotel. Everything was fine. When I left, that's when he called me and he said he wanted to back out of the contract. And I said, why? He said, I just want to go my own personal ways. I've been getting calls about you. I just don't want to do this anymore. It's exhausting. And I respected it. I said, okay, cool. It's no problem. Next thing I know he's taking the guy that I introduced him to the CPAC. They're taking pictures for the connects. You know what I mean? They're doing that. You know what I mean? Like they're taking amongst themselves to, oh, now these two are cool now, which is fine. I told him, I said, if that's the way you want to go, and I know now that you got it now, you got what you want, this way you want to go, I don't have a problem with you doing that. I embrace them. Go do what you got to do, man.
So,
you know, he promised me.
So did you have an agreement to pay Trent $250,000 though for a podcast?
That was through us doing the podcasting shows. He invested in certain things. He never gave me that type of money. That's what I'm saying. He's over exaggerating about that situation. He backed out of the contract. He backed out of it. He never gave me that money. He told people he gave me $140,000. He didn't give me $140,000, man. He didn't. He didn't.
So this is the contract that y'all signed.
Yes.
And there's your signature at the bottom. There's his signature at the bottom. So what he told us was that he did back out of working with you because he wasn't seeing anything tangible coming from the agreement. Because like he started off giving you some money, and then you told him that, you know, you were going to like double his investment, and he wasn't seeing anything. He said you did like cash app him.
He didn't give me the opportunity. He backed out of the contract in 3 weeks. How am I going to do that? He backed out of the contract in 3 weeks.
Why did he back out?
Because he said he's seen some negative things on me. He said he didn't know anything about me before, but I gave him a business plan like you just put up there, you said, and he knew nothing about Andre Van. But he signed a contract that said Andre Van on it.
But you know what, Suni, pull up that business plan again, because I was confused. Like a business plan is usually like, this is what you're giving me money for. I want you to invest in me. But all it was about was the Jacksons. Like I was confused as to what the business plan was. And let me tell you something. If you gave me a business plan like this, I would not give you money in return. Like I'd be like, okay, this is nice. This is a nice little packet on the Jackson family. But
no, it had way more. It had way more than due to just the Jackson. It was the relationship between Michael Jackson and Donald Trump.
Right.
That's what
does that
have to do with you? But see, what does that have to do with you? Because you said you're trying to stand on your own, right?
That's for me to display it. I'm not going to give that. That's my plan. How would I give him my plan for?
But you said you were trying to stand on your own, and I don't see anything about you in here other than the cosigns that you paid for. But this is all about where Michael stayed in Trump Tower, pictures of him.
It was just the history of the relationship between those two.
But what does that have to do with you? Why would somebody invest in a business with you based on this is what I'm asking.
I mean, it's the inspiration behind it. And it's not for me to explain because I'm not going to give my business plan on here. I'm not.
Oh,
it was more than just a package. That was just a package. That wasn't the real business plan. That was a package.
This is the business plan that he said he got when he agreed to go into business with you.
No, he before he got the package or it did anything, he didn't even read the package. When he met with me, he was calling me when we first met, right? When we met at the Trump History Tour. We met at the Trump History Tour. This is way before he was investing. We were sitting in the same seat. We went to the one in Sunrise and we went to the one in Orlando together. When we went to the one in Orlando, we sat next to each other again. We started exchanging. He's seen all the people taking pictures with me, the people I met online who were inspired by some of the songs that I made and knew that I was connected to Forgiato. He's seen the reflection of that. He got closer to me, called people on the phone. He was telling people to say hi to him. And I let him know. He said, so what is your plan and goal? I said, I want to do better videos. I want to do bigger videos. And I want to expand the brand so we can make a statement and advocate through music for Trump. And he said, fine, I'll come down there and I'm going to help you out. When we got face to face, we discussed the details of how much it was. It was never like, and he said he came, but I'm not even going to sit there and bash him about the other stuff that I know because it's not even worth it anymore. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I'm exhausted from it because I know personal things that everybody sees it too. It was more than that. It was business and pleasure. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say about it. And when it comes down to it, it's like, you know, it's not an innocent situation over there. He got off. He did his thing. He got his, you know, and in the end of the day, we both just backed out. It's an unprofessional business deal on both sides. There was no lawyers involved.
Except for he lost $140,000 and you didn't lose anything.
And he walked away. No, but he stepped out of losing that. He didn't pursue the podcast. We were supposed to do a podcast.
But he gave you money. But he still, what did you do with the money he gave you?
Listen, he didn't give the it wasn't just money he gave me. He got for trips and different things, tickets. And like I told you, it wasn't the money that y'all thinking of. That money went back. It was all together.
So what? What did it go to?
Back to his card. He took that back. He canceled it. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. He canceled.
We talked to him.
And he sent us.
I have proof.
But he sent us the court documents of the active lawsuit that he has right now. So if that money came back to him, why would he sue you?
It doesn't matter.
Because they would be able to prove that money went back to his bank account.
He can have an active. It doesn't matter because I have my proof also.
Where is it?
I have it. It's documented. I can't say too much on here because I know what I have. We already dealt with this. I spoke on this before. You know what I mean? I know for a fact that.
So then they spoke on this before. Why is the evidence not out there proving that you're innocent?
The evidence is out there. You guys just got to look for it.
That's the dumbest comeback I've ever fucking heard. I'm done being nice now.
How is it dumb? Y'all look for everything else. Go look for it.
Because it's not there.
Well,
yes, it is.
I mean, Andre, hold on. To be fair, we were bringing you on here. We were going to ask you about this. You should have brought this stuff, right? This is your opportunity to clear that stuff up.
But my thing about it, I didn't think we was going with him. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
I said I was going to ask you. I said I was going to ask you about it. But
he told you all these things ahead of time.
Yeah, but I didn't think that though. Like, I didn't think that situation.
Here's my thing. Okay, your mug shots go back to I think like 2014. I think you were like in your 20s when you were arrested for I don't know if it was stealing cars or something like that. So you've been doing this a long time. So I understand that this is the life you know. Does this not get exhausting to you? Just constantly having to defend yourself. You're always saying people are attacking you. You know, it's always somebody else's fault. It's very reminiscent to me of the conversation that we had with Loza, because Loza had a different situation, you know, he felt like other artists in the industry were attacking him. You know, with him, it wasn't legal stuff. It was just more personal stuff. But he had this attitude of the whole world is against me. And we had many conversations with him about this. And he admitted, I'm exhausted, almost, you know, to the point where now I believe he's sick because of it. He has cancer because of it. I think the stress caused the cancer in his body. Does it get exhausting for you to just keep this up? Like, don't you just want to take off the MAGA hat, take off the glove and just be Andre and start all over again and stop doing these crazy business deals with people? Like,
I mean, I mean,
Real
when I
talk,
said, like
dude.
I
Real
said,
talk. Real talk. Like
yeah,
real talk from the heart.
no,
Like I'm asking you.
no. I mean, you can say real talk from the heart, but I mean, like I said, I in my eyes, it's bias. You know what I
What's
mean? It's
bias?
bias.
What's
It's
bias?
bias because you guys automatically believe in everybody. It's bias. You know
No.
what I mean?
Okay.
Everybody else is innocent in your in the eyes of yours. It's not
No.
been one good thing. It's straight bias.
No, we're not saying they're innocent. And I want to reiterate, all of this is alleged, obviously. We're just showing
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Like,
we're showing the information that we have been given by these direct sources, and some of the
all
stuff
right.
is public information online. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
had
Yeah.
every right to bring whatever and send. Like, you could have sent me. Remember, we got on a phone call yesterday and I said, if there's anything you want to send to me, any
Let's
information you feel like we
let's
need to know, send it to me. My question to you is, are you not exhausted? Like, do you not just want to just not be Jermaine Jackson's son, not be tied to the MAGA community? Like, go get a 9-to-5 job and just live a normal life. Because I would be exhausted with this. I was exhausted going down this rabbit hole. I told our assistant, I said, I'm going to have to go to the freaking animal shelter and play with kittens and puppies because I feel dirty. Like, I feel like, oh my God, like there's this many terrible people in the world, and there's this many people that would be this gullible. Like, I cannot believe for the life of me. And that's why this show is important. And I want to thank you for coming on this show and allowing us to answer or ask you these questions, because there's a lot of people out there. And again, I'm not saying that you are doing this for a fact, but there's a lot of people out there, a lot of elderly people, a lot of people trying to make it in the business or make it in modeling or whatever it is, that will do whatever and will listen to whatever and will believe whatever just to get their foot in the door. Do you feel bad that maybe you misled some people?
It's not the fact that I feel bad. I just wish that, I could have completed some of these business deals. You know what I mean? Like, I had the opportunity while being judged for my past. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel about it. I feel like every time it's to go to do a business deal, they judge from the past. It's never an opportunity to be finished because they find those things. And that's what makes the deals back out. But, overall, like, that's why I can't complete my mission. If they was able to give me if I was able to get a true opportunity to just display my talent and finish a project without being, okay, I see this online, I see this, I see that, I'll be able to perfect it. I would. But the opportunity is not there.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, like, to be fair, that's the story of a lot of people that have had a life of crime, right? Like, they get upset because they don't get opportunities, but you have to understand. But you have to understand why people are going to, even if they don't see it right away, they research you and find this stuff out. They're going to be, there's going to be ambivalence and hesitation. This guy Trent said to us that there's not a day that goes by that he doesn't wake up and this isn't the first thing he thinks about. It ruined his business, and he takes responsibility to being so naive. And he said, I consider myself a savvy businessman. Like, I feel really stupid that I fell for this.
Man, please. All right, now, let's. Oh man, I didn't want to go this far, man. Listen, man, I ain't gonna do him like that, man. I'm not gonna.
No, you have every right to say whatever you want to say.
Man, Trent, at the end of the day, Trent know what he did, man. Trent was down here paying for vagina, man. Seriously,
he was paying for vagina.
Yeah, he's paying for vagina down here, man. Seriously, let's be serious, man. Come on, man. Like, I was trying to leave it alone, but I'm getting tired of it. Like, you know what I mean? Seriously. You know what I mean? We got receipts, man.
What does that have to do with the shitty business deal that didn't go through?
I try to, you know what I mean? Like, I try to be the bigger man with this situation. I try to be the bigger man with this situation. But he know what he came down here and did, man. It's facts.
Just to save this show, because I don't believe shit that comes out of your mouth, his claim is alleged. You're not going to get on here and make claims. And there's
they
no
can make
proof.
claims.
Hey,
they can
I'm
make claims
talking
about me.
I'm talking.
So they can make claims about me, and I can't state my part.
No, I would say whatever you just said about Trent. I would make sure you say alleged, because unless you have proof,
I'm trying to save you, but go ahead and get yourself major lawsuit.
He has a lawsuit open already. So to save yourself, stick that alleged in front of what you just said, because you have to be careful.
Allegedly.
So when are you going to step out on your own? Ditch the MAGA hat ditch the Jackson bullshit and have this fresh start that you're wanting. Because you know, if you dropped all of the facade, the gimmick, the corny shit, and just put your stuff out, people wouldn't have nothing to say. They wouldn't be able to accuse you of constantly stealing. They would have no proof. Now, everybody's not lying on Geppetto here. I mean, Maga Jackson. They're not. Everyone is not lying on Andre. Andre has some culpability in all of these situations. Whether you want to sit here and admit it or not, that's you.
From the beginning,
but why don't you drop the bullshit? If you want to be taken
beginning,
serious, why don't you drop it? Just answer my question. Why won't you drop the gimmick?
No, I'm saying from the beginning of this interview, you're saying a gimmick. Nobody's talking about a gimmick. From the beginning of this interview, I never said that I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to bring it back to that. When we started the show, I already told you I've made mistakes. I said that. Like, I never, you know what I mean? I started the show with that. I never said
but
that.
You also prefaced it with, oh, I just didn't know. And but this is the same repeated behavior of, oh, I just didn't know. And they didn't get a lawyer. Well, if you're such a savvy and good businessman, why won't you say, no, before you come into business with me, you need to get a lawyer to look over this. Matter of fact, I'm going to get my lawyer. Why not provide some sort of confidence and cover your own ass?
That is the explanation. That's why I don't have nothing to worry about. They can tell you what they want, but that's the reason why. Before I did my sentence, after I did my sentence, I've learned that to have a lawyer on present or to do what I need to do or make sure that they have a lawyer present. They told me that they was going to have their lawyer look over it. They told me that's something that they said they was going to have. I presented what I presented. They took it in amongst themselves and signed it on their. I didn't say give me this and without a contract or anything like that. I presented what I believe that I put together something that was well. I provided the contract. They signed it, and that's what. And they backed out of the contract. What am I supposed to do? I can't complete what I want to complete. I can't because they backed out of the contract.
Do you have any current business dealings like that are in the works with anybody? No,
none.
Because nobody wants. Everybody's kind of heard about this stuff. And they
no,
don't want to do
not
business.
At all. There's been people down that came back to want to do business. I just don't want to do it no more. I'm tired. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just do it myself. That's it, man.
So you never gave any money to. You never received any money from Trent.
I never said that. He never spent money.
I just need a yes or no.
He spent money on me.
Money.
He spent money on me. Yes, he spent money on me for traveling and clothes and for videos.
So what's this contract? Because when we look at this, it says you two are in an exclusive agreement, right? And on this day, January 16, 2022, Andre has agreed to pay Trent $250,000 in proceeds in 60 days of the signing of this agreement. He had to have given you something for you to be agreeing to pay him back. So,
and I already told you he paid for the videos, the music videos that I've done. The music videos that you guys see, music videos. Yes, that's what I said.
And all of that amounted to, how much did that amount to?
All of it was in music videos. I'm trying to explain to you.
I just want to know how much it totaled up to be. That's it. How much did that all the music videos, everything you paid for?
No, liquid cash. He's probably giving me liquid. I would say, probably like around $30,000 liquid.
So you did not up the fee every time, or up. Hey, I need this much money. You didn't do that.
No, I mean,
continuously give you money.
No, he didn't continue. He took it away from me. I just told you he took the tickets from CPAC away from me. That was that was the investment inside that contract. The CPAC tickets alone was $17,000. He snatched that from me. So
and how much were the videos? Each videos, how much were they?
I got to look at the receipts. I don't know exactly for sure everything. I don't know.
Okay. So it doesn't look like we're really going to get any concrete answers. Here's what I'll say. If you're stupid enough to go into business with someone who has a scrapbook for a business plan, you got played and you got got. That's your own fault. It sucks. I hope all of these people receive some sort of redemption from doing business with you. But you've given no answer. You've given no testimony. You won't answer
I
questions.
wasn't
Some
allowed.
things
I
you
wasn't
did.
allowed to. I wasn't allowed to. I was trying to answer all you guys'
Right.
questions.
Right.
I was
What do you
answering you guys'
mean?
questions. That's what I'm here.
You could do that.
I said, I'll let you guys get to the questions before I got into that. You know, like you guys wanted to answer questions, so I'll let you guys answer. I mean, ask all the questions.
You know what? Cool. You got a cool 20 minutes. What's your testimony? We're interested.
It's cool, man. I'm exhausted from the questions, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Well,
I'm
I
exhausted,
asked you
man.
the testimony question in the beginning, and you said you didn't want to go into the full story, and you kind of just gave like
I
a.
know because I wanted to get you guys questions out of the way. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Do you regret
from
that?
there. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just kind of like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, you
So
feel me?
let me
'Cause I
ask
really-
you a
and certain
question.
things- it's not that I'm mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I just didn't really want to touch certain topics. That's all.
Right. So why are you friending my followers? I get messages every day from you following, friending people you don't fucking know. So what's up with that?
I let people see my music. I don't know. I mean, I let people, everybody, if anybody follows me, I follow them and let them see my music.
But they
That's
don't
it.
follow you.
It doesn't matter.
They don't follow
Huh?
you. So they don't follow you.
All right. Well, cool. They don't have to follow me then. That's it.
You have a way of like never answering a question. You have a way of like throwing it off to the point that I have to ask the same thing 5 times to just get like something concrete. So you're just following people to follow them because you want them to know your music, the same music that you want to retire from because you're tired of all this. Do I have that
Yeah,
right?
I just recently announced it. I don't know. Like,
When did you retire?
Watching so. Huh?
When did you retire?
Fully yesterday.
Oh,
So-
yesterday. Damn,
so
you
yes-
dropped the song.
Yeah, so why would you drop an album when you retire? I'm just
Because
I'm
I
just
promised
having
them-
the hardest
because
time
on my face-
understanding.
Because on my face, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see I had recorded 2 last albums to leave before I left the MAGA movement. This was plans before I even talked to you guys. If you go to my Facebook now, you can go see it and scroll down. I said that after I finish these 2 albums, I'm completely, bowing out, gracefully bowing out. That's it. I was gonna give my best critique and artistry. Huh?
Are you going to take off the MAGA hat?
No.
No, I'm never taking off the MAGA hat. I'm a Trump supporter.
What do you support besides his affiliation with the Jacksons?
I mean, that's your opinion with you, but I mean, at the end of the
You
day,
got-
I
you
like,
gotta
asked you a question.
I mean-
I didn't form an opinion. I asked a question. What do you support about Trump? Besides the whole Jackson thing, what is it that you like about Trump?
well, another thing I like about Trump is the fact that when it comes to the border, I understand that. Like, that makes a lot of sense because for the future of my kids, and Americans that live in this world, like, in our country, it's gonna be hard because illegally they're coming over getting pregnant over there, coming over on boats different ways, and they're sneaking through the borders and not doing it legally. A lot of people don't want that to happen, but I think that's fair because there's a lot of people that want to be American citizens, and that's the truth. And that's where at the border, that's where all the human trafficking happens. It's at the
So you
border.
like his stance on that. Okay.
You're really passionate about the human trafficking thing.
Yes.
Is that like is that a personal? Do you know somebody that was affected by human trafficking? You do?
Yeah. Mhm.
Who was that?
I don't want to speak on it.
Oh, okay. So it was somebody. I just wanted to ask. I was just curious. I mean, because usually people, support candidates based on things that they personally care about.
Yep.
So, okay.
So you're not taking the MAGA hat off. You're always going to be a Trump supporter.
Always.
Always. And it's because of the border and the Jacksons. Okay. So can you vote? Or you're not able to vote?
Mm.
You're not able
Oh,
to
because of your record.
Mm.
I have one last question for you. Did you get a letter from Trump?
Somebody made that up, man.
Somebody
Made
made
what
it
up?
to me.
Made what up?
Said somebody made a letter and sent it to me and lied and said that they sent it from a I guess what's the name of the organization?
The Trump Foundation?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, from a foundation that sent it to me, like playing games with me, I guess.
So why did you send it around to a lot of people?
Because I really believed it.
You really believed it?
Yeah.
Why?
Bring it up because the signature line of that letter is sketchy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I knew
it,
it was. I mean, when somebody
but you
brought it up,
sent
they was
it.
like, that it can't be that. So I said, all right, well, I guess not then.
Who told you that it wasn't authentic?
The email came from some guy that created like he had a page like a Trump page where
Are
he
you
was
gonna put
like,
all these receipts out?
huh?
Are you gonna put all these receipts out?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I promise. I'll email them to you. I promise. I'll give you all the receipts so you can
Yeah,
see.
we'll be
I
waiting.
promise. All right, no problem. Yeah, like I said,
I'm just
and then
curious
from
Oh,
because
we will happily share any receipts that you have to give to us.
yeah, of course,
yeah.
yeah, no problem. I definitely will. I'll share my receipts. You know what I mean?
So
All right.
if okay, you're the reason you did this is because someone else sent it to you, and you thought it was real, and you were sending it to people saying that you were going to bring them to Mar-a-Lago with them. This is Mindy, by the way, the woman that you said you didn't talk to.
No, not like I said. She created madness. Like she switched and turned the story around. But more of the story is that the person that was talking to me on Instagram was talking to me from a page that had over like 900,000 followers, and he said it was a personal page where he did work for Mar-a-Lago and Trump. So basically, from there, he was telling me a story, and I thought it was the truth because he was providing so much like truth behind it.
Why
And
were you telling Mindy to stack up?
Listen, like I told you already, when it comes to that Mindy situation, man, I don't have that's bull crap, man. I don't even talk about her, man. She's nothing.
So you didn't make this.
No,
someone else
make
made it. Even though there's different variations of this picture coming from you all over the internet. Multiple people have
that's not
screenshots
coming.
of you sending them this
Listen,
same
I
photo.
didn't forge any signatures. I didn't do none of that.
Talk.
Man. Like I'm just letting you know. I know what you're getting.
Well, I mean, Van hasn't done anything. It's everyone else who's duped him. So that's the moral of the story here.
All right.
Do you have anything else?
No, I mean, I just still go back to my original question. Does this get exhausting? Without blaming anybody else, I just want to know, does it get exhausting? Do you want because I'm just thinking right now, like you said, you retired yesterday. If it were me, like I would be like, if I take the Jackson part of mine, I mean, you've changed your name a lot of times. Oh, he left. Did he leave? That question made him leave? Wait, what? That question made him leave out of all the questions? Are you did you hang up on him?
I didn't do anything.
He rage quit?
He left.
Dude.
He left. He left because he couldn't get one over. This man. I didn't kick him.
Like a legit question from the heart. It wasn't even about the criminal stuff. You got all those questions out, and I asked like a sincere question, and he leaves. Wow.
Oh wait, he came back.
He's back. Okay.
Yeah,
everybody blamed me and said, "Did you kick him?"
Yeah, my other phone died. I'm sorry about that. My other phone died.
I was like, Andre, I was like, out of all the questions we just asked you, that's the one that made you drop.
No,
that's the one that made you leave.
No, not at all. My other phone died. I didn't even know it was like dying. We've been on here for 2 hours, so I had my phone charged for like an hour. My phone.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up soon. If anybody in the chat has questions, just go ahead and drop them in there right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I still go back to that question. Because if it were me, I would just be like, I'm gonna drop the Jackson from my name. I'm gonna try my hardest to not look like Jermaine Jackson. I'm gonna like leave the MAGA hat for like weekends only, and I'm just gonna try to like move on and just try to just be normal, because I kind of feel like if you truly are trying to change and you don't want people to like hold your past against you, you would do everything you could to not like lead them down the path of like, this guy looks like Jermaine Jackson and he claims he's related. Now I'm going to start Googling him, because that's the first thing people will do.
I hear you. I understand your opinion. I respect it.
That's it.
Yeah, I hear your opinion.
You don't feel you're not exhausted? That doesn't interest you to try to like change that?
I respect your opinion.
Okay. Somebody asked, what do you sing? You want to answer that question? What type of genre?
R&B.
Okay. You want to drop it? You want to freestyle anything?
No, I'm okay. I'm right.
Ah, I can never get anybody to sing. Damn. Nobody wants to sing. I'm the only one on here that's willing to sing, and I'm no good. Nobody wants to hear me sing. Are there any childhood photos from your past with the Jack? People were asking if you have any on your phone. Now he's on his phone, like doing this, so I don't think he can. You have any picture
Yeah.
frames?
No,
Nothing.
no. I can send, like I said, I'll send some pictures and stuff. Like if I would have gave you like some older photos, like if you needed them. But I'll send you guys after the show. I'll definitely send you some more photos and stuff.
Okay. What is this? Blow up the photo. What photo?
I can't. That's why I can't blow it up.
Oh, okay. Oh, that photo.
The things I was pulling up. I can't.
Yeah. It's basically just the agreement between the two of them. Is that what that one was, or that was the Trump letter?
I just can't. Like,
Andre, is there anything else that you wanted to add? Oh,
yeah,
Maga Jackson off the Maga.
That's the last one that's dropping next Friday. Like,
okay.
The last one I'm dropping next Friday. I dropped Trump one dropped today, and then off the Maga drops next Friday.
Okay, cool. What was I gonna say? Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
No, that's it. We're good.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it. I knew this was coming, so I just wanted to get it over with. You know what I mean? Like, this is a real interview I wanted to get over with. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get out. This is what people really wanted to ask. So I wanted to get it over with.
Do you feel like you dispelled some of the rumors?
Huh?
Do you feel like you dispelled some of the rumors?
Yeah, of course. I mean, because even though they're telling you guys that, you know what I mean? Like, they still got to prove it. You know what I mean? They still got to prove it.
Somebody come and look at this.
Sudi, you're terrible. Do you have anything that you want to say to the people who claim they were duped by you? Like, just to kind of like set it straight.
No, I said it before. Like, I said it in the last interview. I said, listen, if we did any type of business and like you feel like we didn't finish on good terms, you know, you can always come back and we can work it out, man. You know what I mean? It's always an open door for that. You know what I mean? Like to work the things out, but they don't want to work it out. I've been announced this many times. I reached out. They just want to continue to create campaigns, slander, and they're fun. This their claim to fame. They want to, you know, put me to the cross. So
have you tried suing anybody for slander? Have you tried like?
I mean, people. They keep telling me to do so, but I feel like, you know, I was at a point now where, you know, like it's exhausting, but I might have to, you know what I mean? Like to a point where I might have to, but it's like, I don't want to go a route because I'm at a point in my life right now where I finally found peace.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what I mean? Like to be able to stand and let people know exactly the questions they always wanted to ask. Everybody's been able to, you know, really ask me these questions now. And I'm just like, you know, I feel at peace. It was times I was restless. I couldn't go to sleep. And it's like, now I can really sit back and be like, you know what? Like, I'm at peace, you know, regardless of a successful career or not, or just the fact that I got family, you know, to God. I got, you know, people around me that genuinely care about me. You know what I mean? And I finally know the ones who genuinely care about me.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing thing to me. That's bigger than anything.
Maybe you need to hit up your dad and say, hey, you want to loan me a Jackson lawyer to go after some of these people? Because they probably got good lawyers.
I mean, like I said to you guys, man, you know, it was certain things that told me it was my mistake for coming out and coming to Florida and pursuing I was protected, man. I wanted to go and do my own thing, be Mr. Big Shot. So I got to wear it. You know what I mean? Thinking I know everything, thinking I know the business, the entertainment. It's nobody else's fault but mine, you know? So I don't blame, that's nobody else's responsibility but mine.
Yeah. One of the questions here, what caused you to do the crimes when you were younger? I did read that you had some very terrible things happen to you when you were younger. I won't share what I read, but if you want to share anything, I'm sure that probably contributed to your...
No, I mean, realistically, like I think it led to like not even to say crimes. It's just not being like in serious relationships. That's what it was. It's like females that were very attached, and I broke a lot of hearts when I was younger. You know, but having that fame and glory, like, you know, I wasn't loyal to the significant ones I was with. So having that females, you know, male or female, gonna get revenge. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you did this, I did this for you, and now you went and did this. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this for you, and that's what it really was. Like, it wasn't really like it wasn't had anything to really do with business when it's young. It's just a youngster that was promiscuous, and you know, like any other young boy out there, man. Like, just all the women coming his way, and you doing what you do, you know, and that's where it started. You know what I mean? Like, just being in this entertainment.
You know what? Okay, so you told me it was okay to ask about this, and you just reminded me of this because I forgot to ask you. So another interesting fact about you is your connection to the Walsh family. What's his name? Oh my God, John Walsh from America's Most Wanted. You and his daughter Megan Walsh had a child together. You fathered a child with her, and recently, I think in the past like year or so, she's been in well, I don't want to say in the news, but she's been all over social media doing interviews, making some pretty crazy claims, alleged claims, I want to say, about the fact that her parents were actually involved in the disappearance of her brother Adam Walsh. If you guys are younger, you're not going to know this case, but it's the whole reason why John Walsh had the show America's Most Wanted, because he became an advocate for, you know, basically finding the killer of his son. His son was brutally murdered. I think all they found was his head. There was no body. But Megan came out and said, my parents actually were involved in his disappearance. And maybe this is why the child trafficking thing is so important to you, because she alluded to the fact that they were involved in some type of child trafficking, which is crazy. And I'm not going to ask you to go into speak on that story because that's not your story, but you do have a child with her. Do you guys co-parent? Do you have, she doesn't have custody of the child. Are you trying to get custody?
I mean, I'll just share this, you know, like I said, I won't go too much in detail. I try to get the baby, but I can't get the baby because I'm not on.
Because of your record?
No.
Oh.
Because I'm not on the birth certificate.
Oh, okay. Is that your only child, or do you have other children?
I have other children.
Okay. Okay. Are you involved in their lives? Are you involved in this child's life?
I'm trying to, I can't, I'm not allowed to. Because of that reason. You know, she was married before, and the guy's running away from, it's not her fault. The guy he's overseas, so he's not allowing to be contacted by the court so that he can denounce that that's not his child.
Have you tried to do a DNA test? Somebody's asking.
They denied the motion because once a person's married, they automatically go on the birth certificate.
I was trying to understand this from the interviews that she did, but why did Megan lose custody of all three of her children?
I have no idea.
Like, I saw a video actually where the police came in and literally, I think her child was like 5 days old, and they like took the child from her at 5 days old.
Yeah, that was my child.
That was your child? That was the baby? Oh, wow. How old is she now?
She's like 8 months now.
Oh, okay. So that was recent.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, I just wanted to ask that about you, because that's another like, I mean, the Jacksons and the Walshes and the Trumps. It's like, wow, you've been involved in some stuff. It's crazy. It's wild. So, okay. I think that's it. Now, somebody's saying there's no way they would deny a DNA test.
Yes, they were. In the state of Florida, if somebody's on a birth certificate and in a court of law and that they're married together, that automatically, if the father isn't there, not at birth, then basically the baby or the father's name automatically goes on a birth certificate. That's a fact. In Florida, it is.
Somebody said married men aren't automatically on. Were you married to her, or you were not married to her?
No. So I'm letting you know she was married, and he won't sign his side. He can't be found. That's what I'm trying to explain. He's in India. He won't contact her. She's been reaching out to him to like sign the divorce papers. He lives in India. Megan lived in India for a while.
Wait, I'm confused. Who's he? As in the father? I'm confused.
The last guy she was with.
Oh, okay. Because she has 3 kids from 3 different people.
I guess.
Okay, but I'm saying you were never married to her.
No, I was never married to Megan. Of course not.
Okay, were you guys like in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But how come she didn't allow you to sign the birth certificate or put you down as the father?
Because at the time where Esther was born, I was in my first violation. She got born when I was in my first violation, and they came to see me inside the jail to ask me if she was my child. I guess DCF, somebody called DCF on her. I don't know. Like somebody called DCF and they asked if it was my child.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's asking she can file for the paternity. She cannot file for the paternity because she's now not the legal guardian of the child. Is that correct?
I don't know how the system works, but I just know they denied all 3 of my motions, my strike motions.
So Red Pill, from what I understand, and this is just my understanding, this is not fact. The state came in and took custody of the child and then turned the custody over to Megan's father, John, and his wife. So they have custody of all of Megan's children, is what my understanding is. Just so people know.
Do you know John Walsh? No. I was going to ask, why can't y'all just do a personal DNA test just to know?
I mean, I guess she's not on good terms with her father. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. I really don't know too much because I haven't been around her. So only thing I've been focusing on really is just, like I said, I just want to see her. I want to see her win too, man. At the end of the day, she's the mother of my child. So I hope that the situation is better for her, man.
Mm-hmm. And she's actually somebody, by the way, that does claim you. She does not deny that you are the father of the child. So that's good. She didn't have anything bad to say about you.
Of course not.
So, well, we asked if anybody wanted to come up here and ask you any questions. I don't think last call. If anybody wants to come up here, we can send you the link. You can come up and not put your video on, or you can drop the question in the comments box. Definitely, if you enjoyed this interview, please let us know by dropping a 1. Oh, Big Buck, your brother wants to come up. Okay. Well, we'll put this in here. It'll work. If anybody wants to come up, you can join via that link, and we will let you in one at a time, but don't come in here acting crazy. Okay. Thank you, Patty. So I guess we'll wait. What was your brother's name again? What was his name? It wasn't Big Buck.
Big Buck. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, but what'd you call him? You called him something else.
Oh, Paul.
Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warp speed, Maga Jab.
What does that mean?
I'm surprised you haven't come after me because I talk shit about Trump all the time. I was looking at all the people you went at and I felt left out. I'm like, man, these are fucking leftists.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Paul, if you're going to get on, you got to hurry up and get on. How is it that we only have 2 people that enjoyed this? There's no way when we have more thumbs up than that. We really need to know.
Trump supports the gays. Facts.
Okay, here's Paul. All right, Paul Altman.
Hey, how's it going?
Whoa, you look like the porn star Jeremy. What's his name?
River.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeremy.
The real pot. He's like really famous. Anyways.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you.
What'd you want to come in and say?
I know. I pretty much. People want to know like how I met him. If I'm allowed to say that.
Sure.
I first saw him was on my boys, our mutual friends, Michael Trapson's Billie Jean and I Dad video, which is our mutual friend. I was like, okay, and then I hear his music, and I thought he was really gifted, and I still do believe in that. So I reached out to him on Facebook, and I was like, hey, how's it going? You're gifted. Keep going. Keep pushing the music. And we chop it all up, and keep it talking. And then at the same time, he was going through back in 2017 where he was incarcerated. I didn't know that for about a year, and then I had to reach out to some people that know where he was at because I was concerned. Because at this point we started becoming friends, and I'm like, I got to reach out to him. Like, I don't know where he's at. So I found out from my own informations, coming back to me and where he was located. So I written him a bunch of letters. I actually have proof that I written letters, and also he written messaging me back, and sending him at least tried our best to contact what we can.
You're talking about while he was incarcerated, you kind of wrote him?
Yeah, I wrote to him as well while he was incarcerated, while everybody didn't really want nothing to do with him. And so I had to do what I had to do, is reach out to him, because I am a very loving person, and actually a very caring person. After that we've been friends ever since. Just recent, well, it wasn't recently, but this past year we met face to face at the Jackson's concert with someone related to the family. And prior to that, I also interviewed TJ Jackson on my podcast called The Paul Altman Show. TJ Jackson, who is the son of Tito Jackson. And chop it all up, interviews and all that, and showing him. He's like, that's good. Basically, it's ain't from there. But the biggest question is that when are we going to do some records? That's the biggest question. It's the people asking me. Michael Trapson was asking me when our record's gonna drop. I'm like, I don't know. You have to ask him.
I mean, we got give me some time, bro. I'm still, I just did 90 days, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on here for 3 weeks, bro. Like, but I got you, man. Like, I ain't gonna let you down, man. I got you, man.
Yeah, man.
So Paul, did you, aside from, I mean, I'm assuming when you were writing him in jail, most people, I think if they're writing somebody, they put a little money on their commissary. Has he asked you for any money ever?
You asked me that question?
Yeah. Has he ever has Andre ever asked you for any money?
Shit. I wish.
You wish he asked you for money?
No,
Why?
not really. I'm just messing with you. I was just pulling your string. I'm sorry.
You're just
but no, he has never, and I will repeat this. Never has he ever asked me for money.
That's good.
That's all I really had to say on that.
That's good. Awesome. That's awesome. I mean, to be fair, there were people that we found that had dealings with you that were never asked for money. Right. So you didn't ask everybody for money, just the people, I guess, obviously, that were willing to give it. But all right. Well, thanks for coming on, Paul.
Thank you so much.
It was nice meeting you.
Likewise.
All right. Bye-bye. Nice. All right. Everybody's saying he looks like Gallagher. I know who Gallagher is. Okay. and here's my mind in the gutter. I'm like, he looks like the porn star, Jeremy, whatever his name is.
Ron Jeremy.
Karen's asking, how do you sleep at night? That's kind of the question I asked.
Yeah, she already asked that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I asked Karen. I was like, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'll tell you the truth, Andre. I would be like stressed out. Like this is the same thing I asked Loza with his situation.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's
mean,
gotta be
like I said,
stressful.
I'm at peace now, man. I really am. Like I'm really at peace. You know, like I really am. Like I wasn't before. You know, like I really wasn't, but I'm at peace now.
Yeah. Well, I pray for you. I do. I pray for anybody, you know, even if there's things that you've done in your past that are shady and you've hurt some people, I hope that you right those wrongs. I hope that you really start to be honest with yourself. Um if you're at peace, I think that's great. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not for anybody here to judge you. You eventually will be judged, you know, by a higher power. So I think that you know, that's all we can do. And I appreciate you coming on here and answering all of our
Of
questions.
course,
If
I told you
you
told you I was gonna do it, man. Keep my word,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Keep my
and you know
word.
what? Hey, I'll even come on here. Listen, if you hook me up with Janet Jackson tickets, I'll even come on here and say he didn't ask me for no money for the tickets. I went to the
You don't
concert.
need
He was
you don't need to do that, man.
no, I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
care what people
No,
think,
no, no,
man.
because I'm a fair person. Listen,
No, you don't need to do that. It's cool.
I'm an equal opportunity person. Okay, I will come for you, but I will also say when you did right as well. So, and Suni's the same way. There's a lot of people that Suni goes after, but when they do right, she recognizes it. But,
Definitely.
yeah, cool. Suni, you got any last words for Andre?
No, I don't.
All
All
right.
right.
I do not.
All right. Well, I thank you guys both for having me. You know what I mean?
Thank
Like,
you.
and being able to, you know, speak and get the questions asked that everyone's been wanting to ask.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Andre.
All right, you guys have a wonderful night. All right.
You too.
All
Bye
right.
bye. What'd you think? What'd you think? It was
I
tough
think
because
he's full of shit. That's what I think.
yeah, you made that clear. Because I mean, he really wasn't answering much of your questions. He was getting very defensive whenever you
That's what
asked him.
happens when someone's lying. They don't have he didn't have an answer for anything I asked him.
Mm-hmm.
You lied about the publishing. I looked up the publishing. Your name's not on there.
Mm-hmm.
And the song that you did do with him was probably some sort of a demo track because you're in the studio. I know how these artists work. Sometimes they'll hop on a track with a complete no name. They're not thinking you're gonna put it out, but let them find out that you put it out and their vocals are on it, bro. They're gonna come for their check.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Yeah.
just don't know. I don't know, bro. It bothered me how he didn't answer any questions.
Yeah.
It bothered me how he blatantly denied what was true. I don't know who that person is. Yes, you do. And you didn't sort of own up to it until we showed the screenshots of you actually talking to this person. Then it turned into, I don't want to talk about the amounts. Okay, we're not asking about the amounts. We're asking, did you ever receive? I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's an admission. You don't want to talk about it because you've done these things, right?
And to be fair, we had a conversation with him prior to this, and we asked him if there was anything he didn't want us to touch on because we're fair, and if you don't want us to talk about it, we won't talk about it. We won't bring it up. And he said, "Nope, you guys have an all access. You can ask whatever you want to ask." And you know, that's why we came with the receipts. You know, let it be known we don't just schedule you for an interview and not do our research. Okay. First of all, we're not going to bring you on if that's the case, but and we didn't do our research with the intent of finding everything that we found. It literally fell in our lap. Like it was almost like we were meant to do this interview because Suni didn't want to do the interview. And I did because I was interested in the story, the Jackson story. That was what was really interesting to me. But it was about yesterday that I just started to like feel really sick to my stomach with what we were finding. And we felt it necessary to like really come with it in this interview because we want people to recognize that this exists and you have to be careful. You have to do your research on people. Do you see all the research Suni and I did to get to that? Because if you look at it just on the surface, it just looks gimmicky, right? Like it just looks like a gimmicky MAGA artist, you know? And it's funny because you have two different kinds. You have a Loza type of artist, you know, who he's just dramatic and a personality, but I don't really believe Loza has any ill intent or anything like that. And then you have somebody like Andre, who is a very, very nice personality, very mild mannered, but then he's got this crazy past, you know? So do your research, people. Not all MAGA, not all Trump, not everybody with a sad story has good intentions.
If you go back and look at his older stuff, this Jackson thing has always been a gimmick for him. One of his first albums that he dropped was called Something Off the Wall. And then he used that same thing. I had all this pulled up. I'm so mad. My browser shut down. And he used the same exact layout for this MAGA gimmick. I'm like, you know, you are using this as a gimmick. Lady MAGA does it. Ryan. We already talked about all these people who have to attach MAGA to their name.
Right.
Because you're not interesting without it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about policy. You told me no question was off limits. You told me in fact, he even mentioned him wanting to talk about politics when we had the call, the pre-production call. You said these questions were okay.
Yeah.
You come on here and you don't answer any questions. And on top of that, you're super defensive. You're speaking when I'm speaking. We were having this battle. He didn't want me to get my full question out or my full thought out because you don't have a counter for what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
And like I said before, while he was here in front of his face, anybody who's stupid enough to give that man money, you're asking to get scammed. I don't feel bad for you. Going forward, if anybody does any business with that dude, you just saw his business plan. That was a scrapbook.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the business plan. I'm not going to put my business plan out there for somebody to steal it. But you want investors?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And then a salacious claim, well, he was sleeping with prostitutes. Bro, we're going to play the full audio. I'm going to play the rest of that clip because he gave it to us. And we're talking about Trent. Trent gave it to us. And I do appreciate him trusting us to even give us all this sensitive information because he is in current court proceedings. Nothing you said on here made any sense. Mega trash. Nothing. You double spoke. You contradicted yourself so many times. None of it made sense. Mo is being nice.
That's what I do. But you know what? I'm just being me and you're just being you. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. You see how differently he reacted to me versus you because you were coming at him a completely different way. Yeah. I come at him the way I always come at people. That's just how I am. You know, and he could not take the heat of Suni's questioning. And I knew that was going to happen. That's why I told Suni, I'm like, you have to wait. So that's why Suni was being really quiet in the beginning. Cause I was like, at least let me get a little bit of an interview in before you go. Yeah.
And he knew what it was. I'm scared of Suni. He knew what it was.
Yeah.
As soon as I started asking the hard questions, oh, you're not letting me answer. Bro. And he even said it. Y'all didn't let me answer the questions. Really? So I'm going to play the rest of this recording because it gives more of a context to what he said when he made the claim.
Oh, about Trent.
These two literally, bro, I'm just going to play it. It was a fun show. I can't wait to get back to our regular show because that was a fucking train wreck. Oh my goodness.
Suni's not going to let me book the interviews anymore.
Anybody inboxing Mo, we're about to vet. Bro.
Now nobody's gonna be like, hey, interview me, because we're gonna just we're gonna go Maury Povich on them.
You actually gave him way more leeway than I would have. Way more. He would have left the show 30 minutes into it if I had to say.
Yeah.
He would have been done a long time ago. He didn't answer any of my questions. I mean, I really wanted him to answer some stuff.
I did it though because I want people to hear how. Like, I wish we could bring on, because I'll admit, okay, Mindy is like Fruit Loops all the way, okay?
For sure.
I wish we could bring on, Trent is the only one that is, you know, he was a very nice man. He spoke with us on the phone. And I don't know what Trent be doing on the side. It's none of my business. This ain't about Trent, okay? But Trent was the only one that seems semi-normal. But I wish we could bring victims of scammers on. Maybe that'll be a show we do.
Maybe we should do that.
We bring victims of scamming on, so that they can like tell us, how did you let this happen? Because it blows my mind how people fall for this stuff.
Matter of fact, anybody who has been scammed by MAGA trash, feel free to reach out to Mo's inbox, my inbox, and Christine. Christine will
Lord.
facilitate a whole show. That'll be funny.
Yeah.
If you guys scammed by MAGA trash, and I know a lot of people did,
Or
hop in the DMs.
anybody. I mean, we're more interested in like the political realm, obviously, because that's where we're at. But like, I'm interested in any scam.
Any scam.
Any.
You know what? I wanted to bring this up during the interview when he was on. MAGA trash copied some guy named DeLorean. This was early in like
Like an
not
artist?
early. He's not an artist. So what he did was he stole this guy's music who was on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a pretty connected dude in the industry, right? Stole his music because he's a producer. He's not trying to be an artist. He just puts his music out there. Stole it and then made it his own. Made money off of it, put it on iTunes, people online. He also was a part of scamming. He was doing the whole MCA triangle pyramid thing, making all this money off of people, stealing people's music. And ultimately he got exposed to the point where he couldn't do anything anymore, which is where MAGA trash is. That's why he came on the show. You came on here because you thought you could revive whatever raggedy ass career you had, and you just ruined it.
That's like the Tinder swindler and Anna Delvey. Okay.
Yeah.
Those two, like, if you guys haven't watched the Tinder swindler and the story of Anna, whatever Delvey on Netflix, like after the show, it's the best stuff you're ever going to watch. You are going to be floored at how these two people live the life of luxury off of other people's money. Okay. Go watch it. Highly recommend it. If you hate it, you can come at me, but you're not going to hate it.
You're not. You're going to watch it all in one day. Because I tried. That video, that TV show had me glued.
I was glued.
Not glued for the reasons that everyone else might think. I was more interested in like how women are perceived in society, right? When they commit these crimes. Even the journalist and her lawyer, they looked at her as if she was this like dainty, broken thing. And this broad is scamming like millionaires out of money. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I was so into the Anna story that I went and bought her best friend that she like scammed in Monaco, you know, like the final part of her story, the one that like finally got her arrested. I went and bought the best friend's book, okay, to read all the in-between shit that happened in Monaco. And oh my gosh.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy.
Exactly. My father will send you a wire. She was scamming like rich, intelligent, business savvy dudes in corporate America, bro.
Yeah. And they're giving her a reality show now, apparently. They're giving her a show now.
She's out of jail?
Yeah, she never wasn't. I don't think she ever really she got out of jail. She was like on house arrest or something like that.
What?
Or she's getting out and they're giving her a show. She's already in the works of a show. Yeah.
Repeal the 19th. Heck no. That's not cool.
Christine,
can you imagine a man committing this crime? How much time he would be doing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in New York. Okay. Liberal cesspool. I got it.
Right.
I got it.
The book was called My Friend Anna, The True Story of a Fake Heiress. It was such a good, I read that. It was an easy read. I read it like in 24 hours. I think I read that book quicker than I read the Fox News lawsuit. Yeah.
I'm sure it was more salacious stuff in there. It was a bunch of legal jargon in that Fox News lawsuit.
For real.
I read it faster than that.
For real.
By the way, that show is getting rave reviews. I've had so many people reach out on between Instagram and Facebook to say, y'all put together an amazing show. Yeah. Even my mother-in-law watched it and she liked it.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Let's play this. Let's play this juicy audio.
Let's play the audio from MAGA Trash, aka Geppetto, aka King Aki, aka he called himself Van Jones. I found a new alias for him.
Van Jones?
He called himself Van Jones.
Like the lawyer?
And he did not. I would have, if my screen did not shut down, I would have ripped him to shreds. He denied being called Quran. I'm going to post this and I'm going to tag him in it, but this wasn't you. I have an album cover of him going by that exact name with all the Muslim gear on, the Islamic gear on. I'm like, bro, your stuff is out there. Why are you denying it? No, that's not me. I didn't do that.
Sudi, when you put that album cover up, you were wrong for that. Okay. I just First of all, you didn't even warn me that was going up. So I almost lost it. I was like,
sorry, because he was pissing me off. There's no gimmicks. I'm like, boy, do you see this album cover? Off the Maga? It's not a gimmick. Anyways, let's play this.
You're terrible.
Y'all don't even help with each other, and Loza want to act like he didn't know what God was like. So it's like, at the same time,
information on that.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? He's not there no more. Like, I talked to somebody, like, he doesn't do that no more because he's realizing that after the round table.
Context, he's talking about Forgiato Blow and something he used to do in the past. And he's referencing he doesn't do that anymore.
Talk like I'm close up. Like, I didn't do, all I said was Forgiato only want to help when he charges, but him knowing that I got like that deep the slice and hit a nerve, you know what I mean, like and not say anything really crazy about him. I could have went crazy. All I just said was, I said, Bryson got the balls up for y'all don't even help with each other. And
wait a minute, pause it for a second.
God was like, so it's like
do you read this right here? Okay, so this is Geppetto. This is put it back. This is Geppetto, aka Maga Jackson, and he's conversing with this guy, Trent, is it? No, it's Josh. Shane. Anyways,
Joel.
Read right here, the first G here. Can I call you without recording for once, man, just for my own sake? So he knew he was recording him.
He knew.
And he said he said on the interview, he was like, first of all, anybody who records. Okay, I just wanted to point that out.
Yep.
At the same time, I never really pulled the weapons out. I just basically threw a jab. So is for him to know that is like he know that I'm not trying to go that far. That was just a little cleanup. Like, bro, let's sit down. So I know that he's really changing his life for the better because that line alone showed it was basically saying he's selfish. You know what I mean? So right now he's been giving back to the community. He's been like pushing his artists more. Like,
well, no, and I feel that, and all. But unfortunately, he's part of selling pussy to fucking old Trent over there, who's running for Congress or something over there in fucking in Colorado, right? We don't need people buying pussy in Congress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Trent definitely. I'm waiting for him. He's still applying pressure. Like I gotta send all that stuff back because I don't want him to file charges. Like the podcasting stuff he gave me and the other stuff he gave, I gotta give that. I got it packed up. I'm glad I didn't do nothing with it. I gotta send it back because if he says that I took it in Florida, he can make claims that I can get in trouble and they can put a warrant out for me stealing from him because he can do some bullshit. Even they gonna believe him anyway. So once I send that back to him and he starts talking about this money.
What you're healing, what you're hearing is blackmail. The guy who just came on here and said, I was young. I was doing bad business. I got greedy. Yeah. He gave us the whole backstory on Geppetto. They are looking to blackmail this guy. No one's going to believe him because with the information I got, it doesn't even matter. Like, are you serious? The guy who just came up here and tried to paint himself as such a victim and everyone else did things. They didn't read their contract. They didn't provide a lawyer. Well, I guess we both did bad things. You're actively trying to blackmail somebody so they won't go after you for what you stole. Like what?
And it's my understanding that this guy, Joel, was in the process. Like, I guess he had realized that MAGA was, not a good person to associate with. So I think he was trying to get information.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a setup call on his part.
This is crazy, dude.
Crazy.
Shit, I'm gonna let you air him out with the AR-15, bro, because I got the footage, and I'm gonna crop me out the footage. I'm gonna give you all the footage, and I'm gonna apply pressure to his page. Like, this is supposed to be a congressman. What are you? Like, you're supposed to be a podcasting. You guys are uncanceled America.
He's not even a congressman. Just to give context, he works in agriculture.
That's the name of him and Shane's podcasting.
Yes,
Uncanceled America. You guys are uncancelable. So it doesn't work, but this is what you guys, you know what I'm saying, are portraying to be. So when it's time to go, we're gonna shoot the basketball. Okay, this is who you guys are listening to. This the guy that's 15 videos straight, paying for vagina consistently. You know what I mean? He's not an artist. He's not an artist like me. He's a congressman. This the guy that you put your trust in Colorado. You know what I mean? And he's gonna take a nosedive after that, bro. It's gonna be a nosedive for that situation.
Yeah, no,
They're gonna look at him side. It's gonna make his story less credible. Like, oh, this is what he's doing.
Do y'all hear this? Do you hear this? Like, it's disgusting. You are the lowest. I don't even know what to call you. The fact that people like this exist and they get away with murder. Like, you should be in jail. You got 30 years, my guy. Why are you out? This is also an example of how shitty the justice system is in certain states, because they don't care about these people coming out and reoffending over and over and over. You need a mental evaluation. You're walking around saying you're someone's nephew that you're not. When I pressed you on it, oh, I see what's going on here. Because my family knows the Jacksons, bro. Ain't nobody ever heard of you. Not in no intimate sense like that. No. This I didn't listen to this part. Damn. I'm mad I even wasted time talking to it. That's a nigga. That right there is an example of the difference between black people and niggas. Listen, I'm about to play the clip because they should have never gave you niggas money. It's y'all fault.
They should have never gave you niggas money.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Oh my gosh.
Did you listen to this entire thing?
Yeah, I did listen to it. Yeah.
Live reaction.
Not only that, but I mean, when you told me all that, I was just like, I was kind of taken back. Originally, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because you know where I stand on this. I mean, you know, grown-ups can do what grown-ups do and shit, but one of the things I'm learning about these strip clubs specifically is this is where, like, really damaged girls go. You know what I mean? Like, if you listen to Dottie last night, she's in here explaining that there's children sometimes are victims of satanic ritual abuse, incest, and all these horrific things, and you wind up being stuck somebody that's just buying pussy from it. It becomes somebody that's, you know, perpetuating this. So definitely glad to hear, you know, Forgiato's on the right track. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't spare them, quite frankly. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. It doesn't spare them.
It doesn't, but it doesn't. It's like sometimes when you know, a person, you know, you say something and you realize about yourself, ain't nobody was brave enough to tell them. When you got a person that's pushing the Rolls Royce and all this other shit he got going on, he's on his high horse, so he doesn't see what a real person ain't gonna tell him, because everybody's gonna kiss his ass and all they're gonna talk behind his back. So when you got a person like me that's gonna shove it in front of him, like, bro, you only want to help the people, you charge them, bro.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's the thing. He got somebody like me. He's got somebody like me who will put the people in front of him. He thinks he's got the people now. Just wait till the people show up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like a whole different ball game, because, you know, it's not even about taking targets or anything. It's just, I am one of those people. I cannot sit back, turn a blind eye. So it's gonna come. It's eventually gonna come. He's gonna have to stand up to that light. Like, that's what it is. And he's gonna have to answer to me, artist to artist. If he wants to battle, that's fine. But
he has to, you know, what he really has to answer about is that PV shit. That shit is crazy to
well,
me.
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely a thing. Even, you know, considering Trump said they're all terrorists or whatever, and Trump started the war on human trafficking and all that shit. You know, there's a lot of things that don't make sense here. So not only does he not just a good movement, not a good candidate for the movement, but that's not my place to say anything about it. It's not my place to be in politics. But it is my place to say anything about you. Put yourself in a position where you're perpetuating hurting these children, and somebody that's buying pussy is putting themselves in that position. You don't know what, I mean, was that pussy raised to do this? You know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it I hate to say it like that, but children that are bred into this situation that turn into a piece of meat and become a bag, and that's the mindset. And then what's left at the end of life, you're lucky if they're alive and not addicts or in a mental institution or jail, and that's the best you get. And that's why it turns into just pussy, and that's like fucked up. You know, it's like, I'm here to do something about it, and I'm not just an artist like him looking for clout. In fact, I keep my face out of it, but I am here to fucking say, you know what? We are an operation that's here to bring as many people together as possible, and by all means for the right reason. You know what I mean? And the right reason being for these kids, for our future. And I just look at it. I've just seen things, and unfortunately, I was exposed to shit. So, But yeah, I get it, and I appreciate you in the middle of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, you already know him. You already know him here, bro. It's light work, man. Let's get this together. I'm pushing hard, bro. I'm trying to get this bag together. We're gonna make it happen. All right.
That's it. Love you, bro. Talk to you in a bit.
I'm gonna talk to you a little bit later. All right.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's a bit. I'm here at the studio now. We got a drop tonight at 7:00, and then we're doing some more talking tonight. I've had a couple interviews coming up too.
Cool. I'm here, bro. Just let me know. All right.
That's a bit. All right, brother.
All right.
Geppetto Jones, guys. Geppetto Jones. That's what I call him. He's a 2-bit hustler with nothing better to do than to come try to make money off of what's currently trending. And the audio proves that. So does every other person posting screenshots talking about their business dealings with him or just intimate relationships with him.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard the story of him tricking a high school, I was done. Like you tricked high school girls into thinking that Omarion was coming, and this girl gave you I don't know how much money, and she didn't take you to court. She wasn't smart enough to do that.
Yeah, that was a story. That was one of the stories that we uncovered. In addition to a site on Model Mayhem, which is like a site where you can go and look for models for gigs. Like you can post gigs for models. Mm-hmm. And it's usually like up and coming, like new models, things like that. And there's like a whole thread on there about Maga Jackson and all these girls that got told to show up somewhere because they, to model his clothes and all this other stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that we didn't touch upon. And it's for good reason, because we didn't do our due diligence in those areas. And we weren't going to make any like close to making any accusations about things that we didn't really enough background on. But yeah,
this is just one of the many stories of this that's out there about this guy. See, I'm glad I did the show now. I didn't want to do it. I was like, I don't want to talk to this dude. He is corny as crap.
Yeah. Just say Mo was right.
Mo is right, guys. Mo is right. See, I said it. Anyways, if you want more information, all you have to do is hashtag Geppetto Jackson anywhere. Literally. You can go look at this stuff yourself. Hopefully we'll have more people reach out, the victims, anybody else he definitely pled the fifth a whole bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
He's a criminal. He's a career criminal. He will only answer what is not directly about him. He never answers direct questions about himself. Not the childhood, not nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. But yeah, hopefully people will reach out and I don't know, give more, kind of patch in the holes. I think this should kind of be a reoccurring thing where people, maybe you come in, maybe you don't. But let's all end MAGA trash together. Let's take out the trash and let's never have to deal with him again.
Don't deal with people like this. We warned you. This is a warning show.
It really was.
This was a warning show. Be careful, people. Be careful, because people are out here swindling.
We can't even get donations, and he came up off on.
You know what? Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Like, the more you and I look into stuff like this, okay, the Fox stuff, this stuff, even Loza easily, okay, within like 2 weeks and I know he's got cancer, but damn, you got to have cancer to get a little donation up in here. We're trying to
I gotta be a criminal?
Honestly, dude, like we're honestly trying to like raise money. So you guys give us feedback, because I don't know what more we could be doing. Like, we're giving you guys really good content. We're trying to bring on good guests. We've got this amazing merch you can purchase. Like, we're offering a product. We're not just being like, hey, send us money. I mean, of course we appreciate it, but like, we really want you to rock our merch and share our stuff so our show blows up. And we can't even get that. And I'm thinking like, dang, I kind of wanted to have MAGA on here so I could learn a thing or two about how to raise $1. Okay. I may have to hit him up and be like,
all we have to do is put together a scrapbook.
Right.
See, and make it all about Trump.
No, yours would be Billy Blanks. I'm not related to anybody.
Well, you can use my uncle then.
Why don't I just, I guess I'll lie and say that I am related to Jennifer Lopez. Because the resemblance is uncanny, clearly.
Oh man. Whatever. We'll take the narrow path. We won't take any shortcuts.
We're not taking any shortcuts. We're doing the hard work. We're taking the long route, and we feel proud about it. But it does make me angry when people like this are able to get over on other people, especially
sure.
y'all. All these people didn't have the money to give in the first place. Mindy, that girl with the text messages, her king, she was referring to him as her husband. She was living on social security, okay? And she managed to pull out, I think, like $3,000 or something for him, allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly. I can't get over this though, and I can't. You know, this was very reminiscent of James. Do you guys remember James? What's the name's brother? James Sullivan, John Sullivan's brother.
Oh,
remember?
yeah. Yes.
When he was hanging around our circles?
Yeah.
He doctored a Candace Owens text thread.
Oh, yes.
And was sending it around, right? And we did a show on this, me and Bryson. This guy is doing the same thing. This took me out. I said, no, you did not.
Yeah.
And then you lie. Well, somebody sent it to me and they said that it was from him. I'll send you the emails. I bet you money he doesn't send us nothing.
Right.
I'll be waiting though.
But here's the thing. Okay, so I got a hold of the text. I think Sudi, you sent it to me. You sent me because he sent you a message saying Candace saw your stuff, remember? Mm-hmm. And she wants to work with you. So because I know Corinne and Brandon, I sent it to them and because they know Candace, and I was like, can you ask Candace if this is? And she was like, absolutely not. This is not. In fact, then a whole story came out about how he got fired from. I mean, it was like, listen, this ain't the James Owen show, but we could do a whole show on that one.
Oh man, that was fun. Me and Bryson aired him out on Instagram together.
Mm-hmm. But see, there's still people like sharing his stuff, following him.
Dude, he moved over to another. He's working with people we know. Mm-hmm. I have to go because you know what? I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Off camera. Okay. But anyways, yes, please educate yourselves. Please stop arguing with people who have read almost 800-page documents on both sides, right? Mm-hmm. If you didn't read it, don't come up and disagree, please.
Right.
Because everybody didn't do the.
Because everybody who does argue with us before they read it has to come back and apologize because they totally agree with us.
Some guy did that to me this morning. Oh, you are such a liberal. And I was like, did you even watch the show? And he was like, sorry.
Yeah, I had the same thing. She came back and she was like, good job. You guys did a good job. You guys are on the right side of history. I was like, what? I was like, do I at least get an apology? You called me a liberal.
Bipolar, bro. You're a liberal. I've been getting it all day. I'm like, did you read it? No. Yeah. Since we're on here, I need you to please react.
Oh Lord.
To the Scott Adams video. Please. You have to react to it.
Okay.
Can you? Or are you ready to get off?
Sure. No, you can put it on. Why not? Everybody loves a Mo reacts.
Okay, I can't put it up as a. I have to do this. Let me shameless plug. Let me go to my Instagram. I talked about this last night.
Who this guy is.
So Scott Adams is a cartoonist for Dilbert. I'm a big fan of comics. I grew up reading the funnies, so I knew exactly who Scott Adams was. He has a show on YouTube. It's a little podcast he does every morning where he just gets up there and gives his thoughts on current events. Well, this particular show, he said, I didn't know I joined a hate group. So I'm on Twitter and I see this 2-minute video of him urging white people to get the hell away from blacks. And I was like, this is fake. There's no way somebody is on the internet doing this. Like, no, this is fake. No way. But then I actually found the episode and I watched it in its entirety. And he's about to get drugged. And I don't even feel bad for him. I don't even feel bad. I can't wait until the pro-blacks get a hold of this and they rake his ass through the mud. Because he said, I just, look, I'm going to play it. I'm just going to play it. This is so bad.
So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Wherever you have to go, just get away.
Wherever you have to go. Run.
Run. Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
mean, I cannot believe he said that. I mean, like he was just like, I mean, whatever you got to do, wherever you got to go, just get away. Like y'all were a bunch.
He said, I thought I was joining the winning team. I thought if I help the black people, I'll have some leverage. But 26% of them don't think it's okay to be white. And I'm like, what did you read? I wanted to know what he read. So I did my own research. You actually have to pay for this, which is dumb. So I paid for the actual survey.
Yeah.
He said over almost half of all blacks in this country either are unsure or are not okay with you being white. Okay?
Over half.
He said all.
Oh, okay.
I know this is small. I'm going to zoom it in a little more. Tell me, is it getting bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see the number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many Americans did they ask?
1,000.
So what's 26% of 1,000?
Why the fuck are you asking me to do math right now?
260.
Okay.
So he said all blacks, 26% of all blacks.
Oh, yeah.
Guy, they only surveyed 1,000 people. It's 1,000 people.
Oh my God.
And to make matters worse, he completely ignores the fact that over half of each race, okay, including blacks, they think it is absolutely normal and okay to be white. I'm like, bro, why didn't you read? 58% of blacks strongly agree that it's okay to be black.
Oh my
to be white.
Gosh. I'm dead.
He got on TV, not even on TV. You went on social media and just decided I'm going to be emotional and ruin my career.
How is he going to survive this? They're going to cancel. Is Dilbert still a thing?
Dilbert's about to be canceled.
Dilbert's about to be canceled.
The cartoonist, he's a Trump supporter.
Oh,
wait till they get their hands on that.
Oh, Lord. Man. Where are the pro-black people? What are they busy with right now?
But do you know what really just kind of did it for me? Is the comments.
Oh, I didn't even see those. Of your video?
On my video?
Let me see.
The original video? What's wrong with what he said? I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, look, someone says,
were they black people that were saying that or white people?
It was black and white. And it's some white people saying the most racist stuff ever. Like, but do you
think it's because they were taking it as he said, like, just stay out of their way?
He said more than just stay out of their way. You have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah. No, I know you said you watched the whole interview, so maybe I have to go watch that. But I'm just saying, like, maybe they in their mind interpreted what he said differently. I don't know.
Well, this is what everyone's saying, and I'm going to do this on Instagram too. Everyone is saying, well, there are blacks that aren't okay with, whites.
Right.
Aren't okay with whites being white. And I'm saying, okay, I get that. And another one is black people say this kind of thing all the time. Okay, I get that. But do we not call them out when they make an egregious claim like this? You literally plastered 2.6 million people as racist and hateful.
Right.
When you didn't even read it right. So you have a mixture of both. And you have a mixture of people saying it's white. It's a bunch of white people saying this. What took you so long?
Did Dr. Umar Johnson react to it?
Not yet. I'm still waiting for all those people to say something.
Man.
It's only been almost 48 hours. So we'll see.
I mean, is it because it's Black History Month that they're slow? Like, what's going on? Are they taking a vacation?
I forgot it was Black History Month.
Right. Maybe they're taking it the month off. Who knows?
Maybe. He said, he said, I thought I was on the winning team. I thought I was on the winning team, but I found out that I accidentally joined a hate group.
Man.
And I'm not going to help you anymore. So if you need money for school, then you're going to have to figure that out on your own. I'm not helping you. I'm like, bro, what is this? You got to watch the whole thing.
I got it. You got to send it to me. That's funny.
He wanted to be a black ally and failed. He wanted to
when
be
you're
something.
white, listen, when that white guilt come back to bite you, it'll come back to bite you.
White people get away.
Dude, I thought of a shirt idea today. What the hell was it? I don't know. Maybe we should make a shirt that says white people get away from me.
Maybe. We'll see. Ooh, maybe. Ooh, let me shut up. I'm going to keep my ideas to myself.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging with us on this Friday night, y'all. I had fun. How did you feel about the show?
I loved it. I had fun. It was a fun show. It was fun, and it was like I was like, I really wanted to like get down to like the heart of it with him, and he just wasn't willing to open up with us. Which told me that I know he does struggle with it deep down. And I feel for that human part of it. I feel for him. I meant it when I said I pray for him. For real.
Yeah. I don't really care.
She's so savage. But we love her anyways.
You do. I mean, there's some bad people in the world.
Yeah.
And I understand circumstances determine sometimes your behavior, but I used to do bad things. And I couldn't make excuses for bad things that I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually have to hold yourself accountable and grow up.
Yeah. Maybe he'll turn a new leaf. You know, there may be something that we can soon dub the Suni and Mo effect, where people come on our show and they're like really fucked up and crooked. And then they do like an interview with us, and all of a sudden, like, it's like Loza. Like, don't you kind of feel like we helped Loza a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
for sure.
By the way,
but
guys,
Loza came here open.
Yeah, he did.
What were you about to say?
I said we spoke to Loza tonight, and he's doing good on the medication. He said he feels like his spleen has gone down because he doesn't feel it as much as he used to, and he needs to make an appointment to get his blood tested, I think in a couple of weeks or a month or so. But he's feeling a little bit better. He's just his back hurts. So keep praying for Loza.
Yeah, we'll pray for Loza.
Yeah.
I give Loza a hard time. I'm like the tough love one. I hit him up like, "Sup, nigga?"
Yeah.
He'd be like,
"See,
I'm gonna hit you up, Suni."
Right. No, dude. And then you know what Suni does is she says what she needs to say to Loza, and then she leaves me on the phone with Loza.
Because
she leaves me on the phone with Loza, and I gotta be the nice touchy feely person with Loza.
Yeah, that's who you are.
And then you know what he does? This fool, you almost had me saying the N-word with the yeah.
What?
This fool will go on a live and be like, "Shout out to Suni, man. She's just real." Like, dude, if you ever hear him say that, best believe I'm in the comments like, "Shout out to Suni." Shout out to like, I am always on him about that. I'm like, first of all, Suni is not the one asking how you're doing as much. I'm the one asking, what do you mean shout out to Suni? You know, like, it's like when your kids, like, you be busting your ass for your kids and they're like, "Dad's the best." Like, and the mom's sitting there like, hell? I done tore my body in half for you and Dad's the best? Right. I
don't know. I think people take it different when someone is not, I don't know, just like super emotional, right? And you don't, like, I don't just display those things to anybody. I talk to you like that. Like, "Hey, what you doing?" I'll just call Mom and be like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
Just to talk to her, or "How are you?" I don't talk to Loza like that. So for me to be like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" It's probably like,
weird.
Did you just ask me how I'm doing? Like, dang, thanks for reaching out. I'm good. Because I'm not a person who does that unless I care about you. I don't just reach out to randoms and be like, "How are you?" No.
But why does he give you the shout out? Shout out to Suni for being a real one.
Know.
What the hell?
You gotta ask him.
I have asked him, and he laughs at it. He's like, "My bad, Mo." That's what he says. My bad. Shout out to Mo, and then I'm an afterthought. Shout out to Mo too.
Hey, I don't know.
Loza, if you're listening, because he said he was going to listen to the show tonight. If you're listening, don't be giving Suni all the shout outs. Look at her. Look at her over there. She talks to you sideways sometimes, and you give her the shout outs.
I don't talk sideways. I come straight forward. What you doing?
Yeah.
Get off live. You should see how many times I said it. I'm like, bro, get the fuck off the live. I know he's like, God damn. I'm like, yo, stop.
I'm the nice one.
I care about, if I call you randomly just to be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
To talk, then I care. But if I don't call you.
We talk every day, every morning. It's not random. And Christine is in on those phone calls too.
Yeah. Why do they want Alex Jones' cat? I don't know, man. I have to look into that.
What is that? I don't even know what that is about. Somebody stealing his cat?
Uh-oh.
The dog has been gone.
What dog?
I don't know. They're talking about his cat and his dog.
It's his cat. They want the dog being gone. Okay, we're going to have to figure out what's going on with Alex Jones. Maybe that'll be on next week's show. Tune in. Probably a little later. I'm going to have this little after party. Somebody asked for one. And we're going to discuss Scott Adams since everyone's awake and alert. And then I'm done for the day.
This is crazy. Yeah, we need to look into this, Alex. This is going to be under. This is going to be a
Sandy Hook payment. No.
How expensive is the cat? Bro. The Sandy Hook payment is like billions of dollars.
Yeah, we're going to look at this one too.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend. We love you guys. Thank you for hanging in with us strong this entire time. We'll see you guys next Friday.
Peace
Bye.
out.